disappear?
Okay, well, here, we made it. I don't know
into the ether.
What's going on, but I had to use the big headphones in order to make the audio appear on the stream, but I don't know. It was working yesterday.
Let's help myself out. Let's turn myself off on YouTube so that I can just leave comments. Maybe? I'll be able to tell that they're happening. I can't read them, but I can tell that the thingy's scrolling. Guys, if I blow it up any bigger, it's my chat screen already is the full width of the page, which I can't leave up because I can't see Diana. I have to leave the call up so I can see what Diana's doing.
Fair enough.
Because it won't let me smoosh you properly.
Smoosh? Maybe I don't want to be smooshed. You ever thought of that? Maybe I don't want to smoosh.
No, you get smooshed.
Oh.
Discord lets you, like, go to a window and tidy things up, but it won't let you get rid of the text box in your chat because we're video chatting on Discord. And it won't let me get rid of my side stuff. I'm like, I just want to see Diana right now. I don't want all the side information. Discord! I can't make the window small enough to put it on top of what the chat would be doing on YouTube. I tried, chat. You're stuck with Diana. It just didn't work, guys.
I will make the chat bigger so it's easier for me to read.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Has everybody got their beverages? I'm just shaking up some coffee milk.
Seems like I made some coffee. We've got Susanna in chat, and you apparently, and Ashton, and Elisa, and Karen. Elisa cleaning up before going to a party. And apparently my D&D caster classes PC ideas are I am mad at something, cleric is Catholic Church, and named Virginia from the Only the Good Die Young song, and wizard like Ponder Sibbins. These are references I am lacking.
That's okay, so am I.
But it sounds fun.
So long as you are enjoying it, that is the part that counts. I know we have a D&D tonight. We were supposed to have it last Saturday, but it was the long weekend. So my opinions on long weekends aren't loud enough. And my distaste of them. So we're having it this Saturday. So I said, cool, I'm calling in. And they said, why? I'm like, because we were supposed to be last Saturday. And this Saturday, I have WIP Sprints. And I'm not going to want to leave my bra on for 12 hours to play D&D. So I'm going to be in my pajamas and I'm going to call in. And if you want me in person, you stick to the weekends we agreed to way back in January when we changed our Saturdays to accommodate a work schedule. I don't care. I've already made adjustments. I'm done adjusting. You will now be adapting.
Apparently Ponder Stibbins is a Discord world character. He's a nerdy wizard.
It's entirely possible. I haven't read Discworld in so long. Okay, I read Discworld back the boyfriend before the last boyfriend, and I haven't even been with the last boyfriend for like 6 years now. What year did you get engaged? We separated shortly after your wedding.
Well, the wedding was 2018. I don't remember about anything before that. I don't know. What is time? Time is...
I remember your engagement year because the year I was sick. Yeah, I remember because you...
I mean, it would have had to be 2017. I guess it would have been Christmas 2016.
Mr. Diana proposed to you, and I was so ill, I showed up for a very short period of time to the family Christmas.
Yeah,
so
I was also so ill, and I was... He proposed in the form of assembly language code in a card, so my very clogged up brain had to try and decipher this code. I think I had to read the card. I had to read the card like at least 4 times.
Ben was like, she didn't get it. I'm like, didn't get what? Chris proposed. Oh, how long did it take? And then you're like, my eyes are leaking. I didn't understand it. It was a message. And I'm like, I am in so much pain. I need to sit down right now. And I went, okay. That sounds really sweet. I need mint tea now. About the extent that I cared, I went, well, that makes sense. You've been dating for about 2 years. You guys are, yeah, no, that's normal. I don't understand why this is a confusion.
It was longer than 2 years.
You were so confused as to why it happened.
I was, you know, the kind of cold where you're like, you're so clogged up, you'd have a challenge remembering your own full name.
You were not there. Your brain was gone. Physically there, mentally, she never left her house. Like, it just, there was no...
Oh, I was asleep.
Two did not connect. I barely remember it. I was in so much pain.
I barely remember it, and it was all about me.
It was your engagement. Yeah, no, I haven't been with Mr. B. Well, we split years before the pandemic, and it's been 4 years since the pandemic. And it was the boyfriend before that introduced me to Discworld.
I think it's been a similarly long time since I've read any Discworld. What is on my glasses? Oh, it's my own fingerprints.
A year and a half after I moved to the city. I've lived here for 14 years. If you think about it, I moved here when my niece was 3, just before her 3rd birthday. She's 18 this November.
She's a whole adult. When'd that happen?
I don't know. Her mom's freaking because the boyfriend is doing his summer reserve stuff now, so he's off learning to blow things up.
I mean, that sounds pretty fun.
I'm like, I'm sure it's really exciting from his end. She's like, yes, but now I've fed this child. I know this child. I've seen its grades. I've watched it grow up. I'm like, yeah, it's learning to blow shit up. That's going to be mildly disconcerting whether you're his biological mom. She's like, I'm a little stressed about it. I'm like, fair. When you're over enough that we consider you family, yeah, it's legit. You're allowed to stress about it a little. I think that's fair.
He'll be fine.
Explosives.
From the very third-hand information I've had, he seems like a reasonable sort of young man. God, I just said young man, and I feel so old right now.
Your mother just came out of your face.
Mm-hmm. Hi. I'm just gonna wither up and die over here. I'm gonna blow away in a stiff breeze.
For an 18-year-old boy, yeah, he's not too out there into the world of la teenagerdom. It's great, but every once in a while, my brain goes, "Oh, you're still a teenager." But and they'll have health and safety, and it's not on his own. There'll be tons of oversight. It's the military; like, he will be observed.
Oh yeah,
because that's what he's training. Because that's what he wants to do, right? Totally fine. It's not a problem. He will be protected. I'd be more worried if he was just in a basic generalized boot camp. Not quite as much oversight as when you're dealing with bombs. Of the two.
Man, I want to spend my summer learning to blow stuff up. That sounds fun.
And when he talks to me, he's like, I'm spending my summer learning to blow stuff up. I said, okay, don't blow yourself up. And we move on with our day.
Yeah, lesson number 1, don't blow yourself up. Lesson number 2, don't blow up your team.
Yeah, I would have loved to learn to blow things up when I was 18. That would have been great. Really shouldn't have let me then. You really shouldn't let me now.
Just as my niece talks about people born in the late 1900s.
Yep, that's me.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you're old. She's like, you're so old. I'm like, yeah, I was born in the last century. What's your excuse?
The last millennium, even.
Uh-huh.
We're ancient beings.
I'm so old. It's fine. I don't mind. I'm comfortable with my oldness. Being old is not the thing about being old that bothers me. Like, it isn't the physical age or the looks. It's weird little health things I have to deal with.
Oh my god, yeah.
Some things that I was not warned about in advance. I'm like, like a heads up would have been nice. So that I knew this was coming. Instead of everyone stressing about gray hairs and wrinkles, quite frankly, I do not give a damn.
No, it's like the other weird stuff, like you slept funny and now you're going to hurt for 3 days.
Yeah, like that. I would have loved a heads up about that.
Yeah,
that would have been nice. That would have been nice. Like, the weird things. Like, I did all of this prep work for my abdominal surgery. The most useful piece of advice came from my mom, who, by the way, has had 4 or 5 abdominal surgeries at this point in her life.
Experienced? Too much experience.
Too much experience. She's like, you know what you need? I'm like, no, what do I need? She's like, you need a semi-flat pillow that you can put over your stomach to hold your stomach in while you're walking because it hurts. Nobody told me this. Doctors didn't tell me. Nurses didn't tell me. Nurses' aides didn't. Nobody gave me this advice. My mom showed up with a semi-flat, squishy frog pillow, and Danny can tell you I lived with that frog pillow.
Oh, yeah.
I went everywhere with that frog pillow. That frog pillow and me were tight. Came from my sister's pillow collection from upstairs. But because you could put on your stomach and you could hold your tummy in, but you weren't actually putting any pressure on your tummy. You just held everything where it needed to be stable. There was no movement while you walked because your back muscles are attached to your stomach muscles. So when you walk, your stomach moves. And when your scar is this big, ringing up the middle of your abdomen, you don't want to move your stomach muscle.
Not so much, no.
I was stapled. There was no moving my stomach muscles. Staples have no give. We have no give. None at all. Stitches can, there's a little staples. No, absolutely not. There's no give.
Okay, catching up on chat. Virginia is the Catholic girl in the Billy Joel. Oh, that Billy Joel sang to in the song.
No, Billy Joel is just old enough that I would know the song if I was singing it, but I wouldn't know it was Billy Joel.
Fair, probably same. Jess was saying, I got half my sewing project done this morning. First sprint will be doing ingredient prep for dinner today and tomorrow.
Excellent. I have leftover Spanish lentil stew for dinner because I'm lazy, and I made fudgy protein brownies and breakfast cookies for the week. So I had cookies and a piece of brownie for lunch. I thought that my healthy lunch was 3 cookies and a brownie.
Karen says, Discworld is delightful. I'm listening to one of the books on Audible.
Oh, yeah. I love Audible.
And
Midlife Magical Madness. Midlife Magical Madness.
What's that one?
Not just for chat. It's for Diana. Because
Okay.
Diana wants a protagonist that isn't 18 but discovers magic. Midlife Magical Madness.
Midlife Magical Madness. I'm getting it on the list. I'm getting it on the list.
On the list. Because the protagonist is 40, divorced with a child in college, moves home to start over again, and says, no, absolutely not. This is not a sustainable existence. Takes a shot at something and goes and discovers that she has magic.
It's a delightful fit
All
for
of her
readers.
companions are 40 or older.
Excellent. Delightful fit for readers who crave a lighthearted, adventurous, and humorous tale of self-discovery and empowerment, particularly those in their 40s and beyond who are looking for a feel-good story about embracing midlife and finding a fresh start.
The vampire guardian is 700 years old, and he looks old, and he is the crazy old creepy gardener man. Because he's half a deck short at this point, not even a couple of cards. He's like, yeah, it's a thing. Yes, so much. I'm so excited. I've only read the first 2 books, and I want to get the last one so bad, but I have 1 credit a month, so it's a problem for me. And there's releases. There's a new Bobaverse book, I think in September.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've read the 4th one yet.
Diana, you need to read Heaven's River.
I started to and it just wasn't grabbing me, so I read something else instead.
Oh man, the hunt for Bender is so good. So good.
No, it's not the vibe for me right now. I'm sure I'll get there. I'll get around to it.
He starts arguing with an AI intelligent train.
With an AI what?
So it's a von Neumann probe interacting with an artificial intelligence on a train, asking questions and getting frustrated at the artificial intelligence.
Even though
the purpose of a von Neumann probe. He is also circuitry.
He's technically also an artificial intelligence.
Circuitry, yeah.
All right, we should start this first sprint, hey?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
What do I want to work on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just pick a thing.
I'm doing the Oops All Spinning edition today.
Oops. Well, that's because you bought a lot of spinning. I'll work on my scarf. Discord chat said I could cast on a scarf, and I did.
Nice.
Actually, I was watching the corner of Knit and Tea, and she'd done a couple scarves where she casted on the scarf the long way.
Oh.
And garter knit a row, and then just changed colors every row. So she had automatically built-in fringe. That she then just leveled out when she was finished, and then used up a bunch of scraps, and then just knit till it was 6 inches wide. So I put roughly 300 stitches on here, and that's what I'm doing. That's it. That's all the instructions. That's the entire thing.
Cast on a bunch of stitches, change colors every other row.
Well, she did 256 the first time, and she said it was a bit short, but her 300 got her about 68, 70-ish inches, which is about what I'm looking for. in a decent mid-length scarf, right? So I'm going to start at 300 stitches.
And you're changing colors every row, every other row?
Every row. It's garter every row.
All right.
Thankfully, Diana bought me these extensively long cords that were like, what's the use of this? This is the cord doubled.
Start this sprint timer. Okay, everybody get ready for your sprint. 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Sprint. Ooh, Susanna's grafting the toe on her sock.
I don't even know if I can do a row.
Will be plying on my eel wheel because I remembered, I mean, it was suggested that I could just wind the yarn that's currently on here off. But then I realized I have 2 empty bobbins for this thing. I don't even have to wind the yarn off. I can just leave it there. I can just take the bobbin off for a minute. Which is wonderful.
In theory.
Oh, right.
So I have 2 200-gram skeins of DK weight chocolate brown alpaca yarn. Karen might recognize it because it's the chocolate brown and the barber striped alpaca I sent her for the yarn exchange. I'm thinking I'm going to get a couple of skeins of Erin's birthday yarn this year. And oh my god, her birthday yarn is so freaking pretty. So freaking pretty. And I'm going to...
I put this on backwards. Put my bobbin on backwards, guys. It's not how this works at all.
And I'm going to make that coffee date sweater. And I'm going to make it out of that chocolate brown and that ice blue light, like, purple speckle birthday yarn she's got for this year. I think that'll be really cute. Because you'll have like all the warm chocolatey vibes and then those hints of icy blues and purples.
There we go.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to do the coffee double date. What's it called? You know, the one that Erin made that I wore at the Manitoba Fiber Festival last year. It's got the different colored thin stripes in it. That one. That was
just plugging stuff in.
So I think I'm going to do that. I mean, I obviously can't start right now. I have other things in it, but I think that's going to be my fall equinox knit. I have no idea what I'm going to make for the summer, but I know what I'm going to make for the winter. Summer's the hardest. Summer is the hardest. And part of me just wants to go, could I do a sewing challenge? Would anybody care if I did a summer sewing garment challenge?
Don't mind me.
Do you know what you're doing?
Not a clue.
Okay.
I have 2 balls, and I should probably... I should probably figure out some kind of way to make a lazy Kate. Because if I
Don't people do that with like a Kleenex box and toilet paper? Rolls.
Yeah, because I have knitting needles. I just need something
with,
to like.
I have them here on the with the thingy and the sushi sticks. The sushi sticks. These things. Why do I have a package of sealed sushi sticks at my computer desk? I don't know, but they're here. So you can put the bobbins on these, and then you put them through the not the long way of the Kleenex box, but the little short fat way of the Kleenex box, and then ta-da, lazy Kate.
That would require needing. I would have to have an empty Kleenex box.
Well, I've got one right here. Just hop on over and pick it up. In fact, I've got 3.
Okay, so I've got.
Like that's a you don't spend enough time with me statement.
Well, it was just it was recycling go out day just the other day, so.
If only you had known of your empty Kleenex box needs then.
I know. But I did not. Okay.
What's chat working on for this first sprint? I'm going to immediately distract you while you're in the middle of lazy cake creation.
Susanna's crafting the toe on a sock. Karen is cutting up strawberries to eat as a snack later and cleaning up dinner.
Okay.
And she was saying that's a gorgeous chocolate brown.
It's a gorgeous chocolate brown. It's like almost espresso chocolate brown, like it's almost dark chocolate brown.
Elisa says, yes, you're allowed to sew if you so choose, since it is your make-along.
It is my make-along. I could sew.
And Karen says you can use any old box, which is a good point.
I just said Kleenex boxes because it's usually the most plentiful box of cardboard nature in my house. I have one in the office and one in the living room and one in 3 waiting to go out with the garbages.
Okay,
I go through a lot of Kleenex, guys.
Oh, so do we. The joys of allergies.
It's just how it works. It's fine.
Can I do this just kind of sort of like this?
So Mr. B came over on Wednesday and we tried another one of his games from the pile of games that have never been played. There's only like 13 of them right now or something like that. So it's not even that big of a pile at the moment.
Oh, yeah, it's totally manageable.
For him, this is a small amount. For most people, it's an entire board game collection. For him, it's the just I haven't played yet game size. He had one show up this week too. So he brought Tiny Epic Dungeons over.
Oh, how was Tiny Epic Dungeons?
It's delightful. The sorceress tanked. That would be me. And we died to the dark. We got lost in the dark because we ran out of time. It's a timed dungeon run. It's a cooperative timed dungeon run.
Oh.
I think we muddled some of the rules pretty badly, so he wants to do a finer read of the rules because it is rules dense. But it was delightful fun. So I didn't die to the troglodyte. We killed it, and then the lights went out, and we got lost in the dark. But that was fine. I was sniping goblins left, right, and center. Ben, not so much. His cleric wasn't clericing very well. When the word your sorceress is your tank comes out of your face, and you don't mean it ironically, that says something.
I need to mute
Which
this.
might be why I have sushi things at the computer, because I was probably meaning to put them away because we had sushi for dinner. I got distracted, wandered into the office, because that's something that happens in your 40s. You just get distracted, walk into a room, and forget why you came there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's going to start happening in my 30s. So, okay, fine. And I probably put them down, meaning to take them with me when I went back to the kitchen, and never did. But now I'm dreaming of like massive bagel orders. A bunch of frozen bagels. So when I want a toasted bagel, I can just have a toasted bagel. I went to go try to find that Karen's blog thing.
Yeah.
My distaste of the Manitoba Fiber Festival website has just increased.
Oh no.
I can't find it anywhere. Like, I wouldn't even know where I put the business card at this point. Le gross.
Okay,
I really need to find it. I want her spice mixes.
Gonna work, but we're gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm trying stuff here. Oh, okay. I have no idea if this is gonna. Oh, nope. This setup's not gonna work. Okay. This setup is let me show you this janky setup.
Oh, we're taking a photo. I'm gonna go with that was a failed experiment.
It was a failed experiment. I cannot just hold the. Wait.
Nope.
I cannot just hold the yarn on needles between my knees. That's not going to work.
Jeez.
I thought maybe it would, and it is not going to.
Okay.
Hello in chat to Nancy, who says, "Love your sweater, Diana." Thank you. It is a store-bought sweater, but I love it just the same. Okay.
Dinosaurs.
New plan.
Dinosaurs.
God, what do I got for a box? On the plus side, we do have yarn attached and it is plying. So, you know, partial success.
You just need a proper box to secure your sticks in.
I do. You know what? I think we have one downstairs. Can you hold down the fort for like a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Nobody panic. I'll be right back. Because I have great planning skills.
Of course you do. So we're going to take bets on whether or not Diana actually made it to the Fiber Festival this morning. I'm going to go with no. She chose to sleep in instead. Just going to throw it out there. I don't think she bothered to get out of bed this morning to go squish Fiber and say hi to people and then come back. I did watch and catch the Fiber Friends live, which I don't always get to catch their Saturday mornings live. My Saturday mornings tend to be busy. So I did catch them live this week. So I know that Louise and Cheryl are up doing their retreats. And then I know it's Memorial Weekend for American Friends. What else do I know? I know that it's been rainy and overcast pretty much all weekend, like for the last couple of days here, which I've loved. So very much.
Okay,
I've learned how to make a lentil rice salad chickpea bowl thing, but I don't know what za'atar spice is, and I need some, and I don't know where to get it because I don't know what it is.
It's a spice mix. I have some for some reason.
I need to get some.
It's quite good.
I need to get some. And I think I'm going to grind my own barley that I have and do a 50% barley, 50% wheat loaf and try to make some buns. Because I consistently can make a loaf of bread, buns, that sort of thing. So now I want to start messing around with different grains to start making like ancient grain blend. Like I want to start walking away from the gluten-heavy wheat flours into different type of flours. So I don't want to dive into the deep end like a crazy person, so I'm going to start with 50-50s. So at least half of the dough is doing something I understand.
At least half of it, okay.
It'll do things like, because you have to work harder with the ancient grains for the gluten to develop, because it doesn't have gluten on its own for the most part. So rather than like having to knead and then wait 30 minutes, wait 30, like I don't have to do that quite as often to build up the gluten factor in the bread because I've got wheat in there.
There we go. We have a better setup now.
Oh, that's much better. But I also want to do the washed flour seitan make method. So I have some experiments I need to do.
Nancy is asking, is my hair shorter? Yes, my hair is shorter. It is, in fact, just as short as it looks.
You were causing Mom some distress. She's like, did Diana cut her hair again? Because I was looking and it's not tied back. I'm like, no, it's shorter.
It's just short now.
It's just short now.
It is actually just short now.
I've been waiting for years for her to discover the fun of short hair.
Short hair is glorious.
It's so good. I love it when my hair is short. I love it when my hair is long. I've done both.
I occasionally have this little twinge of like
blue. My hair has also been electric blue in the last decade.
I have this little twinge of missing it sometimes, but
I'm due to go visit and get a hefty trim done. When I say hefty trim, like I mean I'm taking all the split ends off, which I do in the spring. So like I'm gonna be losing like this much. So like what people would consider a haircut, I consider a trim.
Right,
well, it'll just make my hair better and healthier for summer if I just take all the dead ends off. I'm gonna do that. Ugh. God, these rows are so long. I mean, the only added benefit is, so far, like even at its widest, like 6 inches, I'm not gonna have that whole flippy, drapey, squirrely, snaky, windy scarf thing, which is pretty much why Venice's boyfriend's scarf stalled out, because I really hate the whole flipping, rolling nonsense, garbagey McGarberson. But this doesn't seem to be having that same problem. I'll see how I feel at 6 inches. But if it works that way, then I will just forever make garter scarves this way. nothing says I have to change every row. I could do a whole thing and like color block it and make the stripes 2 inches wide, right? Like weave in my ends and not have fringe or attach fringe later. Like I've got other options, but I wanted to do it this way first. So Lauren did it from Corner of Knit and Tea. Whee! Stuff and things and stuff. Ooh, I could cast on today for fun. I have had a bit of a cast-on-itis bug.
I bumped something and now it's unplugged.
Your headphones and you have been giving you grief.
Oh, no, it's the... I came to a very, very overspun part of my yarn and now it doesn't wanna. This is interesting.
I'm sure it's something. How is it already June next weekend?
I don't know. You figure that out, let me know.
God. As usual, the year is flying by. So good. Though I'm on my wireless speakers.
Oh, how's that working out?
Good. These are the over-the-ear ones.
God, this is so overspun.
So my ear is exposed to other sounds. Which means I can hear the things around me at the same time. For proof of concept, the over-the-ears work really good even with my glasses. So you know what that means. I have to save and get an expensive, really good quality set. Because of course it does. It's not replaced my inner ear ones. So I need to get really good inner ear ones because there are sometimes when I don't want to hear the. I just don't. But for walking and stuff, and for doing my daily work, it's really nice to be able to hear, like, if the front door gets knocked on, or if a Phaedra gets stuck and calls for help. She bit me this morning because I was manhandling her because she was underfoot.
Oh,
I smacked her head, so we might not see her today because she's a little miffed at me because I punished her for a behavior she's not supposed to be doing. I wasn't hurting her. She was in my space, and I told her no. But Cat, we don't think that way. She didn't bug me for lunch. She must still be really mad at me. We'll see her. Maybe she's sleeping. Ooh, no.
What just happened? What is this? What is this snarl? Also, why was it spinning the wrong way, I realized? Why I turned the doodad the right way and it was spinning the not right way.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna wind this off and try again.
How much time do we have left?
7 minutes. I have 7 minutes to figure this crap out. 6
minutes?
7.
Okay, I have time to start another row. Hey, that means I can do a row in less than 25 minutes. Sweet. That is an amazing thing to discover. Well, if anybody wants to know, it's just random acrylic yarn from the large plastic tote of doom that I have. Not bad. Most exciting.
I don't want to deal with this right now, so I'm going to catch up on chat. Karen was saying we had thunderstorms, an insane amount of rain last night, another tiny one earlier today, sheets of rain for 5 minutes now, and now it's sunshiny and innocent with birds singing like nothing happened. Love when that happens. Oh, Jen's here. Tune in for a bit and cast on of a shawl. Liz is here. Lisa was saying my hair has been shorter than Diana's for all of college and a good amount of high school. Now my hair is long for me, but I can't French braid one, only two. I don't think I can French braid at all anymore, and I kind of don't miss it.
Everybody remember the sparkle yarn?
Oh, sparkle yarn.
Found this in the scrap pile, so it's going in the scarf. I've got a purple ball. I got the black and white sparkle ball. I've got some blue balls. I'm 14.
Yeah. Don't worry, my brain went there too.
It's fine. But oh man, when I need to stop and think about something, this is just mindless enough to be good. And I've got about 2 inches worth. So only 4 more inches to make. I literally randomly picked this up as I'm working and figuring things out. Because I've been doing a lot of pattern puzzling this week. A lot of pattern puzzling this week. Yeah. I am absolutely full brain. Full brain. Brain is very full. Very full. And I did some hardcore math. The only math I have left to do for the red crochet cardigan is yardages for how much yarn by size. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that math.
I'm so annoyed at this right now. I'm so certain that I turned the dial the same way every single... Yeah. That I've turned the dial every single way. The same time, every single time. And it just...
Stop. I don't know. I understand so little about your electric spin wheel.
And it just chose to spin the other way sometimes. I'm so certain I've turned the dial the exact same way every single time, and it just sometimes doesn't go that way.
Well, you're supposed to wind off from one bobbin to the other.
No, but I mean, like, literally, like, I turned the wheel to make it spin counterclockwise.
Oh, and maybe
it spins
just doesn't
clockwise.
Want to spin. Maybe it just doesn't want to spin anything but clockwise.
But it does, though, because now I'm watching it and it's working just fine. I'm so confused. Let's try this again.
I ply on my drop spindle. I'm not sure I'll ever ply on anything but my drop spindle. I like plying on a drop spindle. I find it very relaxing.
Well, this spaghetti is not relaxing.
I can tell.
Jen was saying she cast on the Cinnabar shawl last week with hand spun and some of Erin's Buttercup TK.
Ooh, that Cinnabar shawl's huge.
And Nancy started the Honeybees shawl yesterday.
Ooh, I haven't seen that shawl. I might have to go look it up. Might have to go look it up. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm literally just knitting. Knitting. Nothing else. Oh, because you know what I could do? I could put that milkmaid dress on as the summer solstice pattern. Because I have the fabric I want to use. I just need to print the pattern. And the only modifications I want to make are a bigger cup size to waistline ratio, which is normal for me in patterns. I need more fabric to cover the girls, or less waistband space, depending on the pattern. Whichever point, I usually choose to do a mock-up with my bust measurements and then add the darts in I need to make it fit properly underneath. Because she always needs darts. Always needs darts.
Well, it's easier to fit the biggest part and then tailor for the smaller parts, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easier to take out than add.
It is easier to take out than add. And I want to lengthen the sleeve on a standard milkmaid dress, which tends to be like cute little puff sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't like where puff sleeves hit me on the arms, but I can lengthen the sleeve. Lengthening of a puff sleeve is simply cutting where it says cut here to add length, adding length, and pinning it in place. So I can make like an elbow length puff sleeve, which I do like.
Elbow puff sleeve.
So maybe I'll do the milkmaid dress.
That'd be a little more Regency kind of looking.
It'll definitely have a different look to it. I'm thinking maybe I'll do the milkmaid dress. That would be good for summer. Gave me a nice challenge.
Nancy was asking, does your cat eat 3 times a day?
Yes, she does. She has 3 small meals a day because we're on a diet. I mean, we've been on a diet since we were 2, and we're now 7. So I can't tell you it's working effectively, but that's what the vet says she needs to do. So, okay. She has a very strict amount of food that she's allowed to have in a. I'm supposed to play with her. I chase her around the apartment. I think it's the same thing. I mean, she might not agree with me, but that's okay. She's got toys. I play with her. She gets into trouble all the time.
Oh, break time.
Try to keep her brain active and engaged. But yeah, she gets 2 portions of wet food, which is watered down, unless it's the specialty diet wet food, which I love to buy for her because it's a pork base, and she loves pork. But they're like $4 a can. The human can't afford it. The human tends to buy the fish flavored food, wet food she can't afford. And I like obviously I like the ingredients better. Cat food. It's just real food rather than a bunch of preservative garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So I obviously like that better for her as well. But I got through a row in a bit.
I need to finish sorting out the snarl, so I'm gonna keep doing this for
break time.
I'm gonna keep doing this for break time and probably another sprint because I don't want to leave this spaghetti like this because it's
That's fair. I have options. I just pick the next thing on the pile, I guess. What? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's grab a baggy bag. Let's stick all the balls of yarn in Jacob's Trading Center rock shop bag. I haven't been up to visit Copen in his store and his wife Tegan in ages. They were really sick for the last couple weeks. Poor guys.
no.
Oh, it always sucks when friends are sick, especially when they're sick for a good long while. Mr. Adam was so sick he had to go get antibiotics to get better. Man's been down for a couple. Dude survived tax season because he's a tax guy. Sick as a dog.
He was probably delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, he tends to stress and overwork, so I'm not shocked. It sucks that he got that sick. Like I got the head cold for the first half of my vacation because I work too hard and I have no work-life, I have work-life balance issues, which he absolutely has. And I'm sick for 2 weeks and then they figure out I need antibiotics and I'm sick for an extra 2 weeks while the antibiotics get rid of it. Different levels of sick. Both crappy, different levels. Different levels. All right. Maybe I'll work on my linen shirt. That'd be good. That's another good roundy. I need to do the thing that makes the chairs less creaky. Oil them? How do you make office chairs less creaky?
Make sure all their screws are tightened.
I can do that.
That's a big one.
Look, I ran out of crocheted squares. I actually had to go to a 50-gram ball.
Ooh.
All right.
I need to adjust that slightly. Okay. Da.
All right. Oops. Figure out what's going on here.
Sorry, ages ago, Karen was saying math out how many more or fewer overall stitches you have per size and figure out how much yarn you need for that amount of stitches. That's a lot of math and stitches.
That's a lot of math. There's got to be a calculator for that nonsense. They've got ones that'll do it for like your size where you can weigh and stuff, and I'm like, that's fine. If you're doing it for your size, that makes total sense. So then you know exactly how much yarn you used in a project. I need an estimate. I need a mathematical guess is what I need. And I don't and I could I could do what a lot of designers do, and I mean understand why a lot of designers do it, because this is an absolute nightmare to have to calculate, and you really really should just know ballpark how much yarn you need at your size at every weight of yarn. You should just know. Like if I'm going to make any sort of fingering weight sweater that does not involve cables, I need 4 balls at 360 yards to 400 yards a ball, like per 100 grams, and I need 4. And I will get through. I will not have a lot of leftovers, but I can make a sweater at my size at fingering weight with that. If I've got a bunch of lace or there's cables, then I add an extra ball because I'm going to be using more yarn, right? Like I don't even look at what the pattern tells you. I know how much I need in fingering weight at my size because I've done the math for my size. I know that I need 6 balls of DK. I know I need 8 balls of like I know the yardage amounts, the estimated yardage amounts I need to have, and the variabilities based on the stitches I've got. If I'm looking at a heavily textured pattern, well, I'm going to need more yarn.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of textures eat up yarn. They just do. They just do. I know if I need to crochet, I pretty much need to double it.
Oh yeah.
Because crochet. Yeah. So like I've got a rough idea of what is the right amount, and I will always just, this is how I have so many scrap yarn balls. I will buy that extra ball. Then I don't have to worry about it.
Well,
so
yeah.
I look at that estimated yarn amount and I go, is that roughly what I use? Yeah, it's pretty much on par. Perfect. I'm going to get that and away we go. But I know it's a guess. I know it's an educated guess, but I know it's a guess. And I made the red crochet out of a pound of love. So I just want to go, everybody who is 44 inches and smaller, you need a ball of pound of love. Do the math. You're going to need less if you're at 32 than if you're at 38 or 40. But you're probably going to need that. But if you're anything higher than like a 44, just get 2 balls. Just get 2 balls. Just don't worry about it. You're going to want the second ball. Just do that. It's fine. Do it and let go. It's crochet. The yardage is ridiculous anyway. Come on now. Nobody wants to actually look at those numbers. Nobody wants to sit there and go, oh, I used how much? Whoa. I don't want, like, I made a 52-inch bust one. I used a ball and a half, a pound of love. That's 1,600 yards in worsted for a lacy cardigan. Crochet eats up so much yarn. It's fine.
It does.
It's what crochet does. But I don't know how to calculate that amount of yardage variation down and up. I don't know how.
Maybe it comes with experience.
And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because grading them is a lot of math. It's a lot of gauge swatch, a lot of math, a lot of double check. I know because I just did it for the back panel for the cropped cardigan pattern. And I went from a 32 to a 62 and I graded that bad boy out manually. And I double checked my numbers. And even now I still have the column in the pattern that says check math here because I want somebody else to also check my math just to make sure my math. That's why you get things edited, just to make sure you mathed the math correctly.
Did we math the math?
Did you math the math correctly?
Did the numbers number correctly?
Do the numbers number correctly because it's important that it is as accurate as possible. Just don't want to do it for the yardages because I know someone's going to buy the yardage or a little bit less because I regularly hang out with someone who does this to me all the time and then go, but I ran out of yarn. The internet gets 2 guesses and the first one doesn't count because I'm staring at her.
What? When was the last time that happened?
That I can remember that we did it in person? You've gotten better since the blanket kerfuffle.
Blanket kerfuffle.
That would have been the couch blanket you made.
Oh.
Yeah, but you still run tight, especially with crochet.
No, I don't know. I mathed weird on that one, or maybe the pattern was written weird because I ended up with so much extra of one color and not enough. I ran out of black, but I had like 2 extra skeins of white.
Yeah.
So that was just like weird math.
But it's a lot of debate, and I'm just like, just get the extra skein. Just get the extra skein. What's the worst thing that is going to happen?
Are we ready for sprint number 2? I have almost sorted my spaghetti, so let's go for sprint number 2. I
have a linen tube.
And then I promise I will change projects because I couldn't deal with the spaghetti.
No. You got spaghetti. You got to fix it. I have to tube more tube. I'm not even going to
Karen was asking,
record
do
how
I
much
want
of this that I
to
get.
go to Sleeve Island next sprint, or do I want to work on my blanket?
Sleeve Island.
The votes were for Sleeve. Yeah. Sleeve it is.
Well, because then you get a little bit done, and then you do that again, and you treat yourself to the blanket for a while, and then you force yourself to do a little bit of sleeve, and then you treat yourself to the blanket.
Oh, and also hello to Maritza's Yarn and Crafts.
Hello. Alt Knots did a cute little crocheted like neck chief shawl thing.
Oh yeah. Somebody in dance class had this cute like granny square bandana. I guess granny triangle bandana. It was really cute.
Yeah. I want to make one. When would I use this?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I want one. Of course I want one. I also want all of that.
I'm gonna start this sprint. 3, 2, 1, sprint number 2.
She's been showing up the Joanne Yarns Big Twist Rave colors. Oh my god.
Big Twist Rave colors. Is this gonna be like, is this as neon and sparkly as I think it is?
No. It's like neon sparkle Halloween moody. It's like a cross from Halloween Dark Academia plus highlights. Like it just you need to go look it up. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. I want some so bad. I'm like, why don't I have a Joanne? Why don't I have a Joanne? Why can't I have Joanne's?
Because Canada.
And yarn. Because I'm Canadian. I know why. But sometimes they have really nice fabrics too. I mean, she also goes to Michael's and shops, and they have a Nevermore. So like they have a summer Halloween line. Whimsical Goth or something like that. Crap, I want the teapot. I want the whimsical goth teapot, people. I want the whimsical goth teapot. I want it so bad. I will never be into horror movies as much as she is into horror movies. There's many things that I will never do that she's super comfortable with, but our love of Halloween, that we share. That we share. She keeps talking about this one fiber dyer who actually does Halloween advent boxes.
Oh.
I know, but I'm not American, so it would be an absolute nightmare to pay for. Absolute nightmare to pay for. Just not cool.
Karen says, I thought Joanne was closing. Did I hear that somewhere?
Joanne's Canada. There's a couple of locations, and I think those are the ones closing.
I don't know. We had
Joanne's in America is doing fine. Same with Target. Like Target came here and they tried to be something that they weren't as cheap as people thought they were supposed to be, because then people actually saw what they were paying for it.
Well, and it's more expensive to bring all the stuff up here, and there's like import taxes.
They couldn't hide how much by going, I bought it in America for cheap, forgetting that they paid Canadian dollars for it. They paid the exchange rate behind the scenes instead of in front of the scenes.
Well, with all the import stuff too, it is like legitimately a bit cheaper in the States. Not like significantly, but like yeah.
A lot of it's the currency exchange rate, and people forget that. If they don't see it, they forget it. They forget that when the Canadian dollar is doing great, we're 80 cents to the American dollar. That's when we're doing great, people. Great. When we're not doing great, we're talking high 60s, low 70s cents to one American dollar.
Yeah.
The exchange rate sucks. And when people do it, they're like, oh, it exchanges from this. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, there isn't that big of a difference from the British pound to the American dollar in us. There's not that big of a difference. I ended up doing the math. It is a less than $2,000 difference to attend university here than it is for me to go to Scotland to attend university.
Oof.
Yeah. Less than $2,000 difference.
Bad exchange
rate. But if I was to go to America, it would hurt. It would hurt a lot. I know, I've just had to do the math this past spring. Oh, that was painful. I also have mint tea in a mason jar. I'm double mason jar today. I have to return this jar. I don't want to return this jar. Maybe I'll ask my sister if I can just keep this jar.
Why do you have to return the jar?
It's technically not my jar. It held my sister's sweet and sour sauce, or as I guess we fondly call it in the family, the crack sauce.
Yeah.
That's what we actually call it, guys. It goes on everything. It goes on pork, it goes on beef, it goes on tofu, it goes on like it's just an amazing sweet and sour sauce. And my sister makes it gluten-free because her husband, my brother-in-law's best friend, is celiac. So it is a naturally gluten-free, amazing sweet and sour sauce that is also Jocelyn friendly. It goes on everything. She gives it away by the jars to me and Mum for Christmas. Like we get 4 jars at Christmas and I'm out. It's June, not even June. I'm out. I've used it all. My favorite is to do crispy fried tofu and then drench the crispy fried tofu in the sweet and sour sauce and have it with fried potatoes.
Ah.
And that's it. Like no veggies. Like that's my idea of a fast food. My idea of a homemade fast food, not healthy dinner. It's fried tofu covered in sweet and sour sauce.
Okay, but fried tofu in sweet and sour sauce is actually just so good.
It's so good. It's Sobeys here in Canada makes these meatless meatballs. Oh my god, if you haven't tried them, go buy them. You can thank me later. I cover those in the sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, they're so good. But the meatless meatballs are just good on their own. Mom says she has 2 boxes in the freezer for me because they go to Sobeys and I don't. I'm getting meatless meatballs. You don't understand, guys.
So I don't understand, but there's a dance, so it must be good.
Okay, you know it's really good if I've never shared it with you. Like if I am unwilling to share the food item.
Yeah.
I do not share the meatless meatballs. Mr. B doesn't even get the meatless meatballs. Erin is allowed the meatless meatballs. She drives me places. That's it. It is the only human on the planet I will share meatless meatballs with is Erin. Which that sounds dirty. Anyway, the sweet and sour sauce came in these cute little jars that I bought her last year for her birthday. As awkward sized jars she'd never buy herself. And I'm out. So if I return them, they come back with more sweet and sour sauce on them.
Oh.
Like returning them, I return them with a note that says I'm broken in the jar.
Refill?
And then she refills them for me because that's what I mean when I say I'm broken. Sometimes if I'm really lucky, they also come back with like a loaf of banana bread and some blondies.
That's a pretty sweet service.
Well, I mean, yeah. She also knows that I like them and she bakes better than I do. I mean, she's a trained baker. I hope she bakes better. And she has 2 teenagers in her house, so she is always baking. So
if she wants any baking for herself, she better be.
But yes, to quote my sister, I'm already making a double batch. Really, how hard is it to double that? It'll be eaten. And if I know at least some of it's not going to the bottomless pits that are the teenagers in my house, she's like, all the better. I'm making 3 loaves of banana bread. What is 1 more loaf? Nothing at that point. It's fine. Like, fair. That's fair. I would think the same way too if I had bottomless teenagers in my house. Really, what's 1 more at this point? It's fine. Let's bring it on.
Oh, come on.
No?
Sorry, I'm arguing with my makeshift lazy Kate. It's being very lazy indeed.
Well, it is makeshift. It's not really what it's supposed to be used for. Which is fair. Maybe one day you'll get back into the sweet, sweet tech money and you can buy yourself a lazy Kate. And then just have the right tool for the job. That'll be good.
Because if this spinning thing's taking off the way I feel like it is this week.
Oh, I hope so. I realized there's a drop spindle you don't have.
What kind of drop spindle do I not have?
But we can correct. I'm supposed to be working on my tube.
What do I not have? Because I
thought short in the arms that we can correct. Ooh, this Ziploc bag is dusty. I have not used this anywhere near long enough. That's not the one I want. Where's my other one? I bet you it's in the medieval one I have that you bought me.
Oh, you're right. I don't have a medieval one.
You don't have that because you get a piece of hardwood, which is your is it called a shaft of your drop spindle? And then your whirl or your top knob is just different weighted rocks and pieces of wood, obviously smoothed into the right shape that you drop onto the top of it, and changing the weight changes the yarn you spin.
Right. I forgot about that one.
because we looked at it really hard at the Manitoba Fiber Festival. Decided I needed to try it because it was historic. That was how I got in on that one. I think that was the year you bought Esmeralda.
I think you're right. Who is now empty, by the way, and could get a new project.
Woohoo! I think you need to cast on next.
I think so. I think maybe she's due for a new spin.
She's due for a new spin.
Okay, catching up on chat. Elisa was making the connection between my username Artemis. You know, do not feel stupid. Most people don't get it. They think it's some kind of literary reference. It's not. It's the deity reference.
No, it's the deity reference.
Because
I love that deity reference.
You know, I needed a name for an alter ego, and so just go with the other deity.
Hey, mine's my middle name and the fact that we joke that I'm the daughter of a dragon. With a slightly weird spelling so I can get it everywhere. You do what you gotta do.
Liz was asking about Just Vintage Crochet, if you've seen it, and how she does the mystery crochet patterns from the old pattern books. I do not crochet and find it fascinating.
I love vintage crochet, Just Vintage Crochet.
I want to try doing something like that. It looks
so badly. I want to try so badly. So badly. I just want to try vintage crochet patterns. I got to start by getting, I want to get some steel vintage crochet hooks that have the right sizing for them. And I want to, well, if I'm honest, I want to give it an honest try. I need to pick up some crochet cotton threads at different weights. Because that is what a lot of the patterns are worked in. And I simply do not have tiny hooks like that, nor do I have the proper thread weights to even try to match appropriately. I did set aside, was it Retro Clodge? No. Engineering Knits? Maybe? Oh man, okay, it was one of the YouTubers here who did vintage knitting. And and vintage sewing patterns and stuff, like she does the vintage stuff. Hang on. Linen ran afoul. She did an intro learning to vintage knit, like how to start on different scales, and she had a listed pattern where you could read the original pattern, the updated pattern for a dishcloth, like a dish towel, like for a dish towel, which was cotton, and I'm like, I think that's where I'm going to start. Because because what I want to do is crazy level Jocelyn's Deep, which is like, I want to start rummaging through, like, and we've got some, like, there's Bison Books downtown, and they do vintage and rare books and stuff, so like I can get some really old stuff from them. And I want to go to the used bookstores and the thrift bookstores and the children's hospital book sale that happens here, and I just want to start buying the vintage pattern bundles. And be honest with myself and see how many people I can bribe into helping digitize all of them as is, so I can read them.
Well, I have some here I can digitize for you.
Once they're digitized in the right format, I can like a proper, because I have Adobe PDF, and it lets me invert the colors from white to black. So then it's easier for me to read, because my eyeballs aren't going white with tiny black print. It's going dark, and then the yellow or white font pops better for my vision. It just does. It has for years. So I want to do that, and then literally cast on and swatch for days and figure it out by myself. My brain doesn't have room for that. I have to acknowledge that I'll get fitted and never do it again, which is not cool. It's not cool. I could do that with sewing patterns. Like, I could get the voices, like fashion history voices. Like, I could buy the bigger books and draft patterns. I've been sewing on and off for 20 years. I know how to adjust a pattern. I know how to lay down a garment and cut it out for pieces to make a replacement garment. Like, I'm at that level of sewing. So to do that with vintage sewing patterns, like, my brain's like, I don't know, tell me. I know what all the notches mean. I know what all and I'm like, okay, I can look at an old pattern and go, oh, this is what you're referencing. Okay, no problem. Easy peasy. It's not an issue, right? I can't do that with knitting and crochet. I don't have 2 decades of puttering with it under my belt.
You've got to be close to 1 decade, though.
I'm close to 1 decade with knitting, not crochet. Almost crochet, though, because when the podcast reaches a decade.
I'm just over
the podcast
a decade and just over for knitting and just under for crochet.
Same thing. Because once the podcast reaches a decade, the same year we started podcasting, we learned to crochet. Because that was the year I had my surgery.
I think I've only got a year or 2 of crochet on you.
Yeah. I learned to crochet the same year I had my, which was the same year we started podcasting. Which helps me keep track, because time is ephemeral.
Wobbly.
Time is hard.
Time is subjective.
I'm getting that level of comfort. Like, I can look at a knitting pattern now and go, no, I can do this instead and it'll be fine, and I prefer this. Or, oh, what's that do? And try it. Like, I can read it and go, oh yeah, I can visualize where that's going in my brain. With sewing, I'm like my mom. Like, I take a picture and I take it to my mom and I go, hey, if I just did this, could I pull this here, do this, and make that shape? And she goes, yeah, no, that would work. Like, but that's a whole other level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there, and I'm definitely vintage knitting, vintage crochet patterns, but hot dang, do I want to be? Have you seen vintage knitting and crochet patterns?
Oh, they're intense.
God, they're so pretty. I want them. Am I ever going to make a Victoria shawl color? No. Would it be an amazing applique at the bottom of a skirt? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would I knit a skirt with an amazing lace applique of it? You betcha. I absolutely would.
I want to do
Have
it
I
for
pulled
like
out the part yarn and done the hard math to do a DK weight winter fall skirt for myself because I hate the waistband measurements of most skirts? Also, yes.
I would love to try a Victorian pattern just for like the historical learning aspect of it.
Yeah,
I have no idea if I'd ever wear such a thing.
Wildly different.
I was watching she's like Finnish or something, but like Mine Wolden or something. Anyway, she does her videos in English. But she did 100 days of spindle spinning and then knit it into a Victorian Spencer, apparently is what it was called. A particular style of sweater.
That is a particular style of sweater.
I want to do that. I want to spin enough yarn by hand to make it into a sweater.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you're going to stop wearing the piece 6 months later. Like, you're going to have it for decades.
Well, yeah, right.
You're going to mend it. I sent Diana the video for a lady I watch whose name, oh man, I'm going to have to go look so you guys can find her on YouTube. She wears historical dress. That's it. That's what she wears. And she did a winter version for historical dress wearing, and I watched it and I loved it. And she just put out a summer one, and I sent Diana the link to the summer one, and I said, sewing challenge. They're pretty much all big squares. You could do it.
I do like big squares. I really want to do some hand sewing.
I mean, technically, if you want to do it historically accurately,
it would be hand sewing, yeah.
It would be hand sewing.
But like, I have no interest in futzing around with a sewing machine, but I'm very interested in playing with a needle and thread.
I love hand sewing. I've been hand sewing my skirts. They take forever. I don't care. It is so relaxing to just sit in my rocking chair at night with a cup of tea and like that last hour before I go to bed. I was talking to my mom the other day. I gotta get ready for bed. It's like 8:40, 10 o'clock. I'm like, it takes like an hour now. I sit and I hand sew for like 30 or 40 minutes a night. And I just do it and I listen to some calming podcasts, not true crime. I'm not that kind of a human. It's usually some sort of historical thing. I don't relax to true crime. I get a little bit paranoid. I think my apartment is haunted by ghosts. It's not, I can't do that.
I know.
Yeah. But I sit there with my friendly ergonomic pillow. Oh, I need a new one. My friendly ergonomic pillow is so flat. I have to restuff him, but I want a new one.
Okay.
And I use him to pin my cloth to secure it. And then I just hand sew for like 30, 40 minutes a night. And then I put it all down on the coffee table because Phaedra will not pester that stuff. And I go to bed. And it's such a relaxing routine in the evening. So good. I get annoyed because Mr. B stays too long when he visits, and then I'm kicking him out at like midnight, so I can't do that routine. And awful. I just need to start going at like an hour before I need him. I just need to start going and ignoring him so he gets the idea I want him to. It's not because I don't love him, because I do. He's a night person.
Yeah.
And he's just more awake at night. So about the time when I'm getting ready to go to sleep, he's conscious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I can only adjust my schedule so much to work better with his rhythms. And I mean, he gets up earlier in the day to start his do things earlier in the day than he is. It's not a one-way street. He's getting up earlier than he would naturally be inclined to do so. I need to figure out did I put it in here? I think I put it in the aptly named brain dump.
It's almost like we made a channel for brain dumping.
Thread to put stuff in that involved thinking. And she named it for me so I could find it easy.
Just says, I was definitely listening to a true crime podcast while walking Pearl one day, and the podcast was about a woman who was murdered on the exact same path I was actively walking on.
And it's a moment, right?
Yeah, I don't need that fear in my life.
I just don't. Okay. It just blows my mind. I'm like, maybe not.
I am not among the true crime girlies, as it were.
No. I'm good. Okay, so it is the How I Survived Wearing Historical Clothing. And it's by V. Birchwood. Yeah, V period, and then Birchwood. Freaking delightful. I love her stuff, but again, I'm into historical dress, right? So like, it's a thing. And I'll
definitely watch it. I make no promises about actually participating, but I'll definitely watch it. I love watching historical sewing.
You want to, like, a lot of them are okay. She does a couple for her specific heritage. So there's a couple of dresses that she, well, dress and pants that she does that like I would be uncomfortable doing, mostly because I don't have enough background knowledge in that specific culture to know what that would be used for, so that I would be aware and not wear it ironically. So like I would be wearing it
like seriously the way it was meant to, not like,
yeah, like, because there's a difference.
Look at this white person appropriating some culture.
Yeah, like, well, it's the wrong culture for me, but it's the same as like when people are like, oh, I'm like, if you love moccasins and you wear them because they're comfortable and you're not wearing them without understanding why they were worn,
I assume because they're comfortable.
Because they're comfortable, that's fine. And if
they keep your feet warm and dry.
Even more importantly, you're buying them from an indigenous local artisan. Like, you're buying it from a person in the community. Do it up. Do this side of last Tuesday. Absolutely. Please do. Don't wear a Métis sash if you're not Métis. Like, there's a difference,
no.
right?
I would.
Like,
absolutely
there's a difference.
Never do that.
I'm Métis. I still don't wear a sash. Mostly because I don't own one. I also have a family clan crest with a clan tartan. Will I wear other tartans? Absolutely. If I buy a proper clan tartan fabric, it will be my family clan tartan and only my family clan tartan, because that is my family. That's my heritage.
Yeah, I don't know which one's mine.
But if you want to wear tartan, absolutely. It's a beautiful plaid printed fabric. Do it up. Just know where it comes from, whether it's from a big box fabric store or whether it's from, guys, I'm talking like the very expensive Scottish tartan fabric, where I will cry and the shipping won't matter because I've spent an obscene amount of money on fabric. And that's fine. But it's the same way. As long as you know where it comes from. And I don't know enough. Like, I don't know why or how. So I wouldn't be comfortable with those two pieces. But the other stuff, like, I know enough about Victorian. I'd be fine with a Victorian morning, like a Victorian wrapper dress or tea gown. Absolutely. But if we're talking like hand sewing, she makes an ancient Greek summer dress. It's basically two rectangles that you cinch together with a belt, fabric belt.
Oh, I
that you can tie
that.
in different ways. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, the first dress she talks, oh, we could totally do that. We could do that with freaking bath sheets. And like, it's fine. All we're doing is folding, ironing, and sewing it down, because it's a freaking rectangle of fabric with no edges. And it's two of them.
I can sew some rectangles. I'm reasonably confident I can sew a reasonably straight rectangle.
And then you get to practice your hand stitching, which, oh my God, you need to practice to get good. That's how that works.
Well, you'll be good after that.
But you'll be good after that. And then you make a little fabric belt in a contrasting color. And you belt it up a whole bunch of different ways. Well, I don't have to make the short knee. I don't have to make a short knee length version. I could make a longer version. I don't have to make it as gathered as a truly historical, because I'm not going to ancient Greece, nor am I ancient Greek. I could have fewer gathers in mind. I could have a smaller rectangle I've gathered down, because I don't necessarily want quite that much billow. But maybe I want that much billow in a floor length one, because could you imagine the princess skirt flow twirly thing I could do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, tons of options. Do I want to make some linen chemises this summer? Absolutely, I want some linen chemises. Why? Because they're comfortable to wear next to your skin. They're linen. And they'll be a heck of a lot easier to wash.
Oh, beep, beep.
Than, like, the lightweight wools. And I do mean, like, lightweight wool. A fine, lightweight wool is cooler than cotton. And breathes better than cotton.
I'm having success, guys.
Good. But I think that would just be a great Patreon challenge for us to do. Sit down one to the fabric and like discuss
I made yarn.
How big our squares are going to be.
It's going to gradiate the way I want it to. I'm excited.
And then everybody can have a really pretty pair of squares sewn together with a fabric belt.
Oh, Susanna's heading out. I was up at 2 a.m. Yeah, go get some sleep.
Oh, Susanna,
go get some sleep. Go have a
Babe,
nap.
That's early.
It's too early. Go sleep.
That's way too early. I got up to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m. I had a cup of tea before I went to bed. I know better, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, so sometimes you just gotta hydrate.
The problem is I don't have any plain lightweight, and I do mean lightweight. You need a layer underneath, hence the chemise idea, right?
I
need some lightweight linen in white. Well, let's be honest, winter white cream, because that looks better on me. And then I want like really pretty rich jewel toned light linen, like a light woven wool fabric on top. Oh, it'd be so good. And you do it like tea-length, so it's long, but it's not like floor length. And then I don't care. I'm going to wear them with my mom sneakers. My mom sandals. Yeah, I have does all the strappy mom sandals. Because of course I do. I've injured my foot enough times. I need them.
There's a certain point in life where you gotta give in.
Incredibly expensive orthopedic doctor approved flip flops, which look weird, but hot dang, I can work on concrete for 12 hours in those things, and my feet and my ankles don't hurt, so I don't care. Also, I can walk around in the rain in them, and my feet don't.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I want to do that. Can we do that? That should be a thing we should do. That's what we should do. We should look at getting fabric.
I really want to make one of those pirate poet shirts. I'm probably going to a ball next spring, and I feel like I need this shirt.
Okay, in which case, yes. I'm going to say let's start with like one of those simple historical summer dresses first.
The thing that's rectangles sewn together?
The pirate shirt is a step up from that.
Okay. It has more rectangles?
And if we do it, it's more rectangles. And if we do it right, we get you to that point, you're ready to make your own buttons.
I will never be ready for that.
I think you can.
That won't stop me from trying, but I will never be ready.
Fair. But most of them were traditionally hand sewn, and they had handmade buttons, because it's not like button production was a thing till the industrial age, so you made them by hand. There's also a difference, like you get scissors and needles.
Sorry, I get a which one?
If you've got scissors and needles, you could make the dresses easily enough, but anything that requires buttons, don't ever cut a buttonhole. But you don't own an awl.
No, not yet.
Not yet. And I will harp on you to make sure you get one, because it's a huge difference in wear of the fabric.
Oh yeah, because an awl just like spreads the fibers apart versus actually cutting them.
cutting it, and cutting causes fray. Cutting frays. Cutting reduces the length of your garment. The age your garment can get to. Yeah, you want an all. But you don't need one for those summer dresses to start with. I need to do that. I think that... Oh, and you want a hand sew. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get us on this bandwagon. We're going to hand sew, babe. It's going to be good. So excited. Dinah's like, oh, here's Jocelyn.
I'm terrified now. So what should I do for my next sprint? I have supported, or I have a drop spindle.
Do I work on design work, or do I crochet some squares together? Peeps, I need a comment down below.
I'm going to say crochet squares, get some stuff done.
Get some blanket squares done, or am I going to try to get through a cast on I need to get on today? Maybe I'll work on a shawl. I'm just working on stuff I have like within my immediate grasp, which is already like 12 projects. It's not like we're lacking for options here.
I know, right?
I got the shawl I was working on for a WIP Wednesday. Like I could work on that. Diana votes crocheted.
I vote squares. Do you vote figuring out supported spinning, or do you vote
Esmeralda?
Okay.
I'm sorry, is that an option?
I was going to say drop spindle, but yeah, okay, sure. Do I start a project on the supported spindle, or do I start a project on Esmeralda?
Esmeralda, obviously. Mostly because I'm super jealous you have a supported spindle, so I don't want to. It's just going to make the jealousy worse.
Karen's voting crochet.
Crochet? Crochet it. Crochet it. And when it's forced perspective, I've actually got, I've got the one side of the cutting table up to store things. I have that much going on right now, again, as usual. Well, I got everything sorted and into appropriate bins, but I have a lot of things started, or I need to finish, or things I want to work on. Like I've got a bunch of plastic containers I want to convert into plant pots.
Mm-hmm. Karen also votes Esmeralda. It's 2 votes for Esmeralda.
2 votes for Esmeralda. So I want to work on those. Not. I absolutely need to get work stuff done. The not work stuff has been set aside. Okay, that's it. I need to buy some back. I need to figure out how I'm going to buy
further question, what am I starting on Esmeralda?
Greek dresses. Some Greek dresses.
I'm going to angle my camera so you guys can see my spinning.
Anybody know where I stuck my 5mm hook? If anybody sees it, let me know. Great thing. Ooh, I think I know where I stuck it. Hey, look, I got 2 squares that are done together. Maybe I should continue working on that. Well, I'm the wrong human to ask.
Okay.
About colors and stuff from a distance. You're gonna have to verbalize that.
Chat. I need help. We have braids of fiber. We have bags of fluff, and what is that one? The Kiviot is not on the table. I'm not doing Kiviot. I am not ready for the Kiviot. I need to be better.
Okay.
But we've got cashmere with a bit of sparkle. We have various super washes, and I think that one's got silk in it, that shiny one. Various breeds. This I think is bats. And this is bits of floof, and just ignore this one. That's Kiviot, and I am not ready for that spin. Also ignore that. That's yarn for dyeing.
What's the oldest stuff you have?
The oldest stuff. Okay. Oh, and Karen's saying the neon colors in the top corner. So let's see. I'll pull down a couple of options.
Which might be among some of her oldest stuff.
Second vote for neon. Okay, we got...
Would be bright and cheerful.
There's neon.
I almost have a stack as tall as my microphone of squares.
But oldest stuff is probably...
Oh, look, I started another
oldest stuff is this one. And I do believe the neon is among the oldest stuff.
That's my brain thinking. I think it's been a while since you bought neon. It's some of your oldest fiber.
Okay, so the neon is...
In a minute.
Merino nylon in the colorway definitely not edible.
Okay.
And it's pink and yellow and blue. It's definitely not edible from Crafty that way.
Oh.
All right.
Yes, that's among some of your older fiber braid.
Okay. Definitely not edible it is.
God, I love that name. Where did I stick my hook? Look, Ma, I'm not. I can move.
Look, Ma, what?
There's no wires. I can just walk away from the microphone.
Wow, I'm wired today. It's very limiting.
It is.
Ooh. Okay, that's another vote for the neon. All right, I guess we're going neon. All right, let's take the floof off of that. Which end is your starting end? Are you the starting end? You're the starting end. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's like, it is neon pink, and oh, there's some orange as we go into the yellow, and then there's a little bit of green as we get into the blue, and then we go back to the yellow. Now see if you can manage to not eat any of that fiber.
Nope.
Okay.
You're gonna eat some of that fiber.
Yeah, I think we all know that's happening. And then the further question is, do I try to match any of the colors together in any particular way? I don't... Oh, that camera's real crooked, guys. Let's see if we can fix that.
I don't know where my 5mm hook.
Oh, I got one over here. I'll just pass it through the...
Just pass it through the window. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it. All right.
I do need to take these off for a second to get Esmeralda, because she's just out of reach.
Yeah, the wiring is a thing, man. I'm so happy not to be wired in today. It is very difficult to move around and when you're on a cord. Makes your life interesting. Nope, that's my scale. That's more squares. That's the one side of the cushion for my headphones that are wired that doesn't stay on the headphones anymore.
Okay, scooch that out.
Yeah, no, I need to replace. I'd rather replace them with wireless.
Headphones are back on now. I can hear things.
These are my sports ones and one ear. Why? Because I'm mean to electronics is why. And I've wrenched the wire out enough that it doesn't connect anymore. It's like, I know why it doesn't work, but I got sushi sticks, which I don't need here. Don't belong here. Tape measure. I found my clippy thing that on my phone and I charged it because I found the charging cord. My life is just a laundry list of, oh, hey, look, where did this come from? I've had this for ages.
Spin that around like that.
Said charging cord, hair elastics. I'm still looking for my hook. Ooh, another hair elastic. Those are everywhere. Always needed. A random DPN. Don't know why. It's just here. Asa's last tube of hand lotion. No, there is no lid. I lost the lid. I couldn't even tell you where that went. Needle gauge. Okay. Tape measure. Always need a tape measure. One of these things are the thing I need. Did I move it away from here?
Scooch, scooch.
Did I take it away?
We can see some of the
return?
fiber at least. All right, let me get
2 dice and a needle with a needle threader in a plastic container. Sometimes I make decisions. Pressed powder. I don't know. Phaedra could have run away with it too. Like I could have put it somewhere. I don't know where anything is anymore. Lip gloss. Nail file. Here's a nail file from my grandmother's old nail kit that I got.
Okay, I
when
think
she passed away. I still, for the life of me, have lost everything else but the nail file. Because of course I have. I need a 5mm hook. I have tape measures and I got other things, but I don't have my 5mm hook. Like, did I put my 5mm hook somewhere else? I don't want to go to the bedroom and look. Oh, it's probably in my bedroom. Ugh. Diana's turn to hold down the fort. What is everyone?
All right, I'll wait till you get back to start the sprint.
Thank you.
Come on. Orifice hook. This is not the right hook for this job. I need a real orifice hook. I bought a real orifice hook and then I stuck it in my carry-on luggage and they did not like that. They took it away from me, and so I do not have an orifice hook, despite the fact that I have in fact purchased an orifice hook at some point in my life. Okay. Let's see. All right, that kind of works. That kind of sort of works.
Kind of sort of works?
It kind of sort of works. Was it in the bedroom?
Yeah. On my nightstand beside my bed. Which means I meant to connect some squares in the mornings when before I got out of bed and never did. Walked away with all the tools and left the hook there. Which I've been known to do. There's like 4 or 5 crochet hooks just chilling on my nightstand, by the way, guys. There's yarn and knitting and accoutrements everywhere. I think Mr. B found a bag of a knitting project in my bathroom once because I was doing something, put it down, and forgot it was there. It's just my life. That's how it works. It's fine.
In the bathroom. I've yet to do that. Oops, come on.
I live by myself. I don't notice when things go down because it's me. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Okay, I'm ready. I got 2 stripes on the go, so I'm going to complete this stripe. So I want 4 wide
so gloriously bright, you guys. This is going to bring me so much joy. I'm
good.
Hang on. I gotta show you guys my view here. It's too good.
More photos.
It's too good.
I'm excited you're spinning. The...
Like,
oh my god.
Look at this joy.
You're off at a competition next weekend. Isn't next week the Pride Parade for Winnipeg?
Oh, maybe.
If it is, I'm actually free to go to Pride Parade this year. Oh, dang, that'll be good. Excellent.
Yeah, oh my god, that's really next weekend.
Yeah. Well, June Pride is all month of June. So it just depends on where it is in Europe. I think for Winnipeg, I think next weekend.
Oops.
But we're literally in Pride Month. End of the week. Saturday's the 1st, so.
Let's try this again.
First.
Come on, leader.
Let's see if we can get 1 stripe finished for the pillow. I got 2 squares done, which means I only have 2 more squares to attach lengthwise. And I've discovered it's fastest if I make rows and then sew the rows.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's
I'm actually already
okay.
crocheting.
Sprint.
I didn't even wait. I started crocheting right away.
Need more twist.
You know what I'm going to have to do the moment I'm done this blanket? I'm going to have to fold it up, take the dimensions, like measure it, how big it is when it's folded, and squish it down to its smallest height size and make it a bag. A drawstring bag, so I can put it in said drawstring bag when I'm finished the next blanket, and I can go back to seasonal blanketry, so that I can store it under the bed. And when I pull the bag out, I'll know by bag color what blanket it is. Does that make sense? I was thinking about like the under the bed storage solutions, but they're so hard. And sometimes, like, what if you change your bed? Or like, what if you get a different floor and it's not the same distance anymore? And I'm like, what if I just sew a drawstring bag and then drawstring it closed and slide it under the bed? How much stuff do you really need to have under your bed anyway? Really, it just needs to be your winter coats in the summer. If you have summer coats and you're the kind of person that has more than one and you need to like clear up some closet space, or it's like wintertime, you need to put your summer coats away under your bed. Like, okay. Otherwise, like, I want my seasonal blankets for my bed under there. That's all. I don't think that's too big of an ass. But I definitely want to in the next decade, which is like a long period of time. I want to buy one of those foam mattress bed in a box things. You know?
There we go. Got it. We're off.
And then ask my dad, because of course I'm going to ask my dad if he'll make me a classy wooden frame to set my foam mattress on. That I could dismantle into pieces and move and remantle. Again, it's a height thing. I have a pillow top mattress, and it's just tall enough when it's on the metal bed frame that when I sit and stand, it's not actually that much of a squat. And I can certainly do a deep squat to get in and out of bed. I sleep on an air mattress when I'm at my parents' house because I let Erin have like the spare bedroom. She's the guest. I'm the family member. So sometimes if that air mattress isn't on a riser, and it's usually on a wooden frame, right? It's a long way up from the floor. Dad felt sorry for me, and he put that thing on a thing, and it comes in now, and it's good. I likes it. It's a lot easier to get out of bed in the morning when you're not trying to deep squat up at like 6 in the morning. Yeah. Life's just easier that way. But how do I explain this? I've had my pillow top for just about a decade, and I got it secondhand, and I knew the couple I bought it from. They'd bought it and it didn't really work for them, so it just sort of like lived in their house. So I bought it from them, and I've had it for a while. It's starting to show its age. That's fair. The thing is, she's not an antique, but beds really only last 15, 20 years. That's the length of time you're supposed to have them, and then you're supposed to let them go. Since I spend a third of my life in bed, I do not want to aggravate the magical wake-up injured issues that I have now when I'm older.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to replace my bed in the next 5 to 10 years, and I want those foam mattress things. My sister has one. One of my exes, Copen has one. They love them. He's got the one with like the extra firm with the cooling gel because he runs hotter than I do. So like that's probably the one I'm going to get.
Makes
he
sense.
Cannot rave about it enough, and him and his wife have had theirs for 7, 8 years now. So like it's not like it's a short period of time. They've almost had theirs for a decade. But I don't want to put it on a regular bed spring frame. I just wanted to have it on a flat, essentially plywood in the end. Sanded, obviously, because you don't want splinters in your mattress.
Mm-hmm.
Frame, and I just want to bring that frame up just a little bit. So, I mean, it'll be higher off the floor. Not by much, but just a little bit so that it's easier for my tall keister to get in and out of bed. Now, short people are on their own. You're gonna have, like, my cat's gonna need a step stool. It's fine. I will accommodate for her. But I don't want a super low mattress. And when you look at those really modern, clean lined bed frames, they're all really low. I don't want a low, again, I don't want to do a deep squat getting out of bed in the morning or at like 2 in the morning because I had a cup of tea before I went to bed. So I need it slightly higher because I don't want the spring and then the mattress on top. I just want the foam mattress, right? So there are things I'm going to have to do first, and I have to save up to buy a foam mattress anyway because mattresses are not cheap. They're an investment piece for a reason. Which is an incredibly long-winded way of saying bedspreads, so that when I get to the new bed, I have handmade bedspread and linen bed sheets on my fancy foam mattress on a frame my dad built. Which, if that does not describe me to a T and how I do furniture in my life, I don't know what does. I just don't know what does.
Get this attached.
That's what I want.
Swear.
That's what I'm working towards. And step 1 is blankets.
Ah!
Really?
Hi.
That didn't take long to get aggravated at all.
No, this is not working for me.
Is it just that the fiber has been around long enough that it's deflated a smidge?
No, it's just.
Do you really need to stop putting off a steamer?
No. This fiber is drafting just fine. It's me. This is a me problem. This is I'm still a noob problem.
Yeah, well, the only way to get better at that is practice.
I know. This is me practicing.
I want to go buy fabric with you when we're done this. I really want to do that Greek dress thing. I need you to watch the video. Because it's just rectangles. You could hand sew together. We could have a hand sewing project together. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And yes, you're going to want a chemise, which is just more hand sewing of squares.
Yep.
That's all it is. Oh, I think you'll just find it. I'm hoping you find it as you. Probably not at first, but it took me a bit to get into hand sewing, and now I'm like, it's great. But when I first did it, I was like, oh my god.
No, there's
now I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do an afternoon or an evening of this. It's totally fine.
Esmeralda will never spin art yarn.
Should do. I love art yarn, so this is not a problem for me. I should queue up some projects, so I'm doing like side seams because the boys are coming over on Wednesday to play board games. And if I queue up a side seam or a waistband or something, that'll give me sewing to do while we're the game and while I'm waiting for my turn, but it won't actively, like, it doesn't consume all of my head. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Whereas
spinning consumes all of my head. I need every ounce of brain to spin still. I can't spin and do other things yet.
It is
I can't really crochet. I can't really crochet and do other things either.
There's definitely it's chill and there's a meditation to it, but it's not automatic. Like, I can't watch TV and do this yet.
Oh, though, you know what we should do? We should set some goals for Tour de Fleece, and I think we should actually, in real life, join the Corner of Knit and Teas group.
Ooh.
Because she does a lot of set your own goals for the Tour de Fleece. So you can scale them down or scale them to fit your comfort level because it's your hobby. But I think we should do that because I'm not ready to commit to like 100 days of spinning every day. But like a Tour de Fleece run, I think I've successfully started and then I've fallen off the bandwagon and I've let myself do that and insert all the excuses here because the moment, but however, this, whatever, an excuse. Just I acknowledge that it's an excuse. I don't want to do that anymore, and I want to get through some of my fiber. I think this year I'm going to
July, right?
June, my dear, end of June. June the 29th, the race starts this year.
Shows what I know about sports.
June. I only know because I watch the Corner of Knit and Tea. I think I'm gonna officially sign up because like a regular spinning day can just be drop spindle, but like challenge days, I could like challenge myself to use my wheel, you know? And I don't have to do it all day. I could just
like 15 minutes will do.
Yeah, and just get into that habit. Then that 100-day challenge doesn't seem so hard. So that's what I'm thinking. But if there's no accountability, I won't do it. So I think I need to sign up officially and like participate in group activity. I think I need to people on the internet through a screen so I can do it in my pajamas. But I think I need to people, you know?
Fair enough.
Maybe I want a Victorian wrapper gown. I want to start wearing historical more. Yes, we need pirate shirts, but pirate shirts are more than, they're a couple of squares. It's a front square, a back square, a sleeve square, but it also deals with gussets.
It's just triangles.
Which are triangles.
And a catching collar. Up on chat for a moment. Interesting that you do pirate shirt. Pride at the same time as Americans. And Karen was saying, "Oh dang, I was going to have the modular Pride flag done by Pride. It's been in timeout since January because I effed up big time and didn't realize until a stripe and a half later. Oh no!" We can sit in this corner and think about what it's done.
It needs to sit in the corner and think about what it's done because
Jerk project.
Jerk. I'm so on to the whole let's do sewing and spinning. And I'm not going to stop crocheting. I'm not going to stop knitting, guys. None of these hobbies are going to go. None of these things are going to go away.
Karen was saying, I think you're not supposed to have a mattress on just a board because they get moldy. Human beings are very humid.
You're really not supposed to, no. Not traditional mattresses. Because it is not good. I do not want a traditional mattress.
YouTube has decided to serve me a bunch of videos about people sleeping on the floor on like yoga mats or like the Japanese tatami mats. I don't know. My feed is
yeah,
just full of people that are like, I sleep on the floor now, and it's great. And like, okay.
Oh, I want a proper tatami mat to try it. Because, okay, I think I know. There are many things I love about family. Where to stick them when they come to visit me is not one of them.
Right?
I live in a
back to that air
2-bedroom
mattress
apartment.
problem.
My second bedroom is my office, guys. We are in the master bedroom of this apartment because it is the larger room, and I believe bedrooms are for sleeping. So my bedroom fits my bed, my nightstands, and a dresser.
That's still a
tall standing jewelry case behind a door. A cat bed. Every room in this house has a cat bed. And a laundry hamper. That's it. That is all that fits in my bedroom. You can ask Diana. Nothing more fits in my bedroom.
No, and that's perfectly fine for a bedroom.
And that is exactly what a bedroom is. There's no TV. There is no, I'm getting rid of the last TV I have anyway. But there's none of that. But I'd like to be able to have my parents come over, and I'd like to be able to host them. I really would like to be able to give my queen-sized bed to my parents to sleep in, for they are a party of 2.
Hmm.
And I'd like to look at getting like a tatami mat or like a really good. I don't think I want an air mattress because it causes like they're so loud to fill. They're so loud to fill. Like they're aggressively loud to my ears. But I want to take a look at like a tatami mats or those folding camp beds. It's like a camping chair, only a bed.
Yeah, or you can get those like the camping sleeping mats that like they just have foam in them, so they like puff up a little bit. They inflate themselves.
I don't like those as much. I've slept on those. They're not. I want to try the tatami mats, but for me to have in the office, because that would be fine.
Yeah.
And for like, say, when Diana comes over and her back hurts because she's been sleeping on a hide-a-bed that should have been removed to the garbage in the 1980s. And she needs to borrow my hardwood.
Oh, for the love of
Or
why?
Aaron's back roller thing.
I'm making so much spaghetti.
Just it's a spaghetti day today, is it?
It is a spaghetti. I'm making progress, but damn the spaghetti.
I want to do that. But the tatami mats, they're designed to be put away in the mornings. Like they're not designed to be left out.
You don't leave them out all the time. Yeah. They go down on a nice clean floor, and then you put them away when you get up.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. And they're washable, which is important because humans are sweaty and gross. And
humans are disgusting.
We need to be able to do that.
As a human being, we are disgusting.
As a species, we are very germy and very...
As a human being who dances with other human beings, we are disgusting.
We're gross. We're just gross.
We're
just gross. We're just gross.
And I don't even have to dance with the boys.
I don't even have to dance with the boys.
Because I'm the lead.
Sure the gender makes them grosser.
Boys have cooties. What are you talking about?
This is the married woman who sleeps with a man. We're going to believe that story.
I mean, I have accepted his cooties. That's part of the marriage agreement.
That is part of the marriage agreement. Yeah. I agree to accept your cooties.
Yeah. I only agreed to his cooties, though. I didn't agree to anybody else's cooties. I haven't told him I accept his cooties. Can you imagine me just looking at it? Just look at me like I'd lost my mind. I have accepted your cooties. You what now? My brain. Oh. I have plans and thoughts and deeds, but everything starts with blanket. Because I have good sheets. Now I need good blankets. And one day I will be able to afford Brooklinen. And I will buy Brooklinen linen sheets, and I will buy Brooklinen bath towels, and I will be so happy and feel morally smug and superior because I have bought an ethically sourced, all-natural fiber thing. No, I won't actually feel ethically smug or better than anybody else, but I'll have really nice We'll have really nice towels and
linen sheets. And feel really nice in my really nice towel sheets. I would like to do.
Nice towels are such a luxury. Like, they're not absolutely not necessary, but they feel so good.
Oh yeah, but your life is just 100 times better with good quality sheets and good quality towels and like good quality like hand towels for drying stuff.
Yeah, like, we're still rolling with the IKEA hand towels and sheets from when we first moved in together. I think it's time to upgrade.
Your life is so much better when you get into a nice set of linen sheets. it's so much. You're just like, oh, this is yes. So good. And you can hot wash those things, and linen's stronger when you hot wash it. And they're slightly hyperallergenic, and because humans are gross, that also makes you feel bad. Because you're like, you know what? You know what? I'm just going to put you on the hot wash, and it'll be fine. I will feel so much better about this. I also, I'm crazy, guys. I want to make my own laundry soap. I want to make my own dishwasher tabs. Like, do you know what they put in dishwasher tabs? I'm going full on crazy mode nut bar on this stuff. Especially when I can make dishwasher tabs with dish soap, citric acid, and like baking soda.
Okay.
Why am I not doing that? Because cleaning your dishwasher is baking soda and a cup of vinegar.
Yeah.
Why in the world am I overcomplicating this? Why in the world am I giving people so much money? Do you know how much dishwasher tabs I could make if I bought that much dollars worth of citric acid, baking soda, and dish soap?
I haven't done the math, but I'm guessing a lot.
Well, I pay less than $4 for each of those items individually at a large size. So for $12, I can make many. Because it's like half a cup of the soda and the citric acid, and then like 2 tablespoons of the dish soap. Many. We're going to go with many. I just need a mold. I need a mold and some citric acid because I'm out of citric. But I use citric acid and I keep it in the house. Because it's a safe cleaning acid to keep in the house. And I have a cat. She licks everything. And it's good for stabilizing hand knits. So like because I will wash the darker colored, like the more intensely dyed yarns that I buy. And I will soak them in a water citric acid to help prevent bleeding. And I can buy citric acid at the local beer store. Your homebrew beer stores carry citric acid in beer. So I literally go down to the one I use and I get a stack. That is how my old boss does it for his old employees. When you leave, you keep your staff discount.
Nice.
So I need a dark color. I've got a lot of I need a different color range. Oh, there's a blue. Let's use the blue. The blue will be nice. Yes. Why do I? Oh, yeah, because I couldn't find my crochet head. Oh, God. Sometimes I think people just tune into the WIP Sprints to hear me talk for 4 hours. Which then makes me think I probably should just stream myself on Twitch playing Stardew Valley, because I can talk for days to myself with very little input.
Do it.
But then I'm like, but would anybody want to watch and join me and watch me play Stardew Valley for hours on it? Like, would Diana put me on in the background while she's at work? Or just listen to me babble while she's coding? I don't know.
Depends on the level. Depends on the work I need to get done.
That's fair.
Because if I'm processing language in my brain, I cannot listen to other language.
You can't do that.
No, that is a no.
No. But
I'm
I'm tempted because I think it would be fun.
You should definitely try it. And I can definitely put you on muted in the background and be a viewer.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I do to you. Guys, coding is not my thing. I'm not really interested in learning coding. But I am in that chat every Wednesday when she streams coding. She has to know I've got her mostly muted.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Because I'm not that interested in it, but I'm going to watch. I will be a viewer. I will support. That's why I have 22K points and I need more sound emojis.
I'll give you some more expensive sounds.
Yes,
Do you have requests?
Well, because I watch Blind IRL.
Mm.
Like I watch his stream and he's got a lot of sound effects for his people who are at different tiers.
Okay.
I would subscribe and support you if I could. I cannot afford to, so I watch you because that's something I can do. And I super appreciate the gift memberships because I think that got me in ad-free for a month.
It does indeed.
Hot dang.
I've also restructured how I'm doing the ads. So it's It does pre-roll ads unless I run a 3-minute ad break, then I get an hour pre-roll ad free. And I'm trying to time it so that the 3-minute ad breaks happen during when I go take a break every hour.
Oh, see that.
So
that
that's
makes
when
total
I've been
sense.
throwing up the I'll be right back screen.
Back sign? Yeah.
Yeah. So
which totally makes
there's
sense.
ads
But
running.
he has fun sounds like "Bring out your dad." Like he just.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, he
I'll
does
get
things
some of
like that.
those.
Or when the dwarf dance thing song comes on in Dwarf Fort, you can do little dance party emojis, and he's got his voice recorded just saying dumb things. Like he's got one where you can do it where, like, if he's been playing with the war, you can go and you can literally listen to him and he talks over himself all the time because it's just a voice clip and it goes bark 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 bark. Like, you can do cheesy voice things, right? Like,
absolutely. I just need to come up with the ideas. So
that I'm not as good with. I want one for when dwarfs die.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. I think we need a party one. We have a fireball one, which is good. We needed a fireball.
Yeah, fireball is important.
We have the woohoo for, moments of illumination. We have the roar, which is a little kitten roar, which I use every time Diana knows when I join, because the first thing I do is go roar. I don't know after that, but there's got to be fun sound clips and things. Like, we need the one where it's stare.
Oh, Esmeralda, why are you doing that to me today? Why are you doing that?
So, like, there's things I know we can do. We need some inside joke.
Yeah, I just need to, do it long enough to come up with the inside jokes.
Well, we can start with the stare, because that's a classic between us. And that's just funny. And if you don't know it's funny, you won't use it. We need a good funny one for when dwarfs die. Because my God, do dwarfs die?
Oh, they do. In, the weirdest ways.
The weirdest
I was working
ways.
too hard and, never stopped to go get a drink of water, even though the well is right there.
Yeah. They're... it's delightful.
I'm just designating jobs. If you need to go get a drink of water, you can stop and go get a drink of water.
It's crazy how they do things. I did put Dwarf Fortress on my Steam wish list, so maybe for Christmas. I mean, Flip Witch was there long enough. Asa, when you watch this later, I am so sorry for the After Dark you have to suffer through. Oh, have I played that game since? You betcha. Can I get past that goblin spot? No, I cannot. Do I think my mother would both be disgusted and delighted? Absolutely.
Karen says she'd watch you play Stardew for hours, especially if you don't have to censor your language. Oh, and good evening to Jude.
On Twitch, I obviously be excruciatingly explicit, but I could let the occasional swear word go and it'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, and if you're gonna be more sweary, then you can mark your stream as such and it's fine.
And it's fine. And it could be there and then people could just watch it whenever they're there, but as background commentary, and I would just, because obviously I can talk.
Oops,
and
done.
I like playing Stardew Valley. This color's going to go well together. Fudge it, who cares?
All right. Despite all of my irritating spaghetti.
Are you managing some yarn?
I have managed, as I hold it up awkwardly here. Come on, Esmeralda.
Ooh, that's super.
I have managed a bit of yarn.
Oh, good. Are we done? Have we reached a ding?
We have reached a ding.
Guys, I don't get the ding sound.
It's time to take a break.
Okay.
Stretch, hydrate.
Well, I'm gonna finish this square. We should. Dumb
ways to die. Karen's suggesting.
Dumb ways, yes.
Dumb ways to die.
Oh yeah. Something woo! You just proved Murphy's Law at work.
Oh, Jude wants to know, do we have any ideas about how to photograph the Choose Your Own Adventure shawl? The cast-off edge is longer than 6 feet. I have neither the floor space nor bed space to lay it out.
To be honest, so I took mine to my sister's house to wash and block because I literally do not have the floor. And it took over almost an entire wall in the basement because it was the only dog-free zone we could think of. Just seeing the two of us trying to figure that one out.
It's a
lot.
It's a lot. It's
a lot. We weren't joking when we said boss battle. We meant it.
In short, no, we don't have a good way. to photograph
don't.
it. Best I've got is like put it on a human and some of it's still going to be cut off.
I still haven't taken finished photos. We don't have finished photos of our own shawl, mostly because we haven't taken them and because we want to take them together, and we actually haven't been in the same province since Christmas. Since before Christmas last year.
I want to go to B's home photo studio and get her to help me.
I know I need to take some individually. I also know I'm here for the Fiber Festival in September. Sitting to bring your shawl, and it doesn't matter what the temperature is. We need to get photos of the two of us in the shawls. But we literally don't share the same province. It makes taking photos together interesting. Hard, impossible.
Jude says it's twice me long. It's a blanket.
It is a blanket.
It is.
It's blanket.
It's tucked in very artfully.
Blanket.
This is like a third of the edge right in the background. It's large.
Such a long edge. It is such a long edge. So it looks so good though. I can't help it. I understand it's large and it's awkward, and getting in and out of a car is going to be a nightmare this winter when I'm wearing it. I don't care. I just don't care.
I have a laundry line in my basement, so I had to like just pin it up, and I still just had to tuck one end over and be like, well, too bad. I guess the smaller end just doesn't get blocked. There's just not enough space.
I would have needed like all of the floor space in my old house in the basement to do it. Like it's a big shawl. I mean, I suppose you could do it like in sections, which would be weird, but doable.
You know what? It is apparently only 19 degrees outside. It's toasty. Yeah, I'm gonna open this window. It is
awkward. Well, I was just thinking, if we're doing a long break, would anybody care if I went to the bathroom?
You are allowed. You are allowed to do this.
Can I have a pee break? Can I leave? Can Diana hold down the fort?
I can do
Diana
this,
should practice her streaming skills and chat with chat.
I'm chatting with chat. I guess next sprint is supported spindle?
Sure. You should take the opportunity while I'm in the bathroom to review your notes on how to support spindle.
I was reviewing some videos last night and this morning, so...
Were you reading the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater like you were? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. No, she says.
No. Looks amazing in 2 colors and the tweaks I made, but yeah, this section is the only way it might happen. Yeah, it got big. Like, we knew it was gonna be big, and then we're making it, we're like, wow, that got real big. Real fast. Oops. Sorry about that. But it's so epic, and you put it on and it's just like drama. No matter how you put it on, there's just drama everywhere. You know? So warm in here. Okay, does anybody know where I put my supported spindle? I think it's in here. I tried to clean up, and I don't know if I succeeded. Yes, that's it. Oh. I even picked out fluff. Plan to nap under it. I like this plan very much. It is too warm in this room. I'm so warm right now. All right, let's see. We have a supported spindle. And we have floof. And we have a cactus bag that says, "Don't be a prick." You know. Oops. That's a card. Don't do that. But I have some Twin Oaks Farm floof that I'm going to try spinning on the supported spindle. This is the theory, but I need to make a leader. And this is the part where I'm distinctly less sure about things. Come on, ribbon. Okay. So We have more or less pre-drafted roving. I like this. This is going to make my life easier. This is... Floof is this? This is Romney sheep from a sheep named Grape. It's from Grape the Romney sheep at Twin Oaks Farm. Love that bag. I forgot I had this bag, honestly. It was hiding under some other stuff. So, let's see. I think I draft and add some twist, and we want to add a clockwise twist.
I'm sorry, I did not take you to the bathroom with me. I left the headphones here.
That's very reasonable.
I didn't want to hear you in my ear while I already have a buddy. It is called a cat. I don't require additional assistance.
Totally fair.
I want a bagel sandwich so bad.
It's just with your bagel sandwich. You're making me want a bagel sandwich. I do not need a bagel sandwich.
You can go get your own bagel sandwich.
But I can't get bagel chips, and it's very upsetting.
Well, listen. They'd mail them to you, but they'd get squished.
I need
Mind you, if
chips.
I mailed them in a box, they wouldn't get squished. You'd be on your own for cream cheese, but I could mail you some bagel chips. That would not be the weirdest thing I've put in the mail, but it would be up there.
Just bagel chips. There's no bagel chips out here.
Don't be silly. I would send you more than one bag of bagel chips. Obviously, it would be a 2 bagel chip box. Why would you mail 1 box of bagel chips? You mail 2 bags of bagel chips. Duh. And your mushroom bag, because I still have your mushroom bucket for Christmas. So, like, I still have your Christmas present. So I could do that.
Okay, get up here.
Could get you some bagel chips. Maybe that's what I should do, because I never did finish getting stuff for you for Christmas. So maybe your Christmas present is like 2 bags of bagel chips in that crochet bag.
Oh, did I spin this the wrong direction to get it
I
started?
don't know if that would be what that says about our friendship. That I'm like, here's your Christmas presents: 2 bags of dried out bagels and a crocheted mushroom bag.
Honestly, it sounds great. Okay, so, wait. I'll figure this out yet.
Well, I keep meaning to secretly, in the background, craft you an emotional support chicken and mail it to you. So you just got like an emotional support chicken in a mushroom bag.
I would love an emotional support chicken in a mushroom bag. That would make my week.
You will never make one for yourself because you won't.
You're probably right. I love the notion that I will, but I suspect
you won't.
I suspect I will not.
But I have to find a week where I've got enough brain space and free hours in the day, and it's not going to be this weekend because I think I'm learning how to use system and setting up a Twitch account. I have a Twitch account. It's emotes and other things, right? And pestering the ever-loving snot out of Diana tomorrow. How do you do this? I watch tutorial videos and I don't know.
We can do a screen share and try and figure it out.
My eyeballs didn't see what was going. Because I know Streamlabs will read comment to you. I know it will. I know it will.
Okay, wait. We're almost there. I've almost managed a leader, guys.
That's a thing.
Oh, I guess I should start this.
Oh, are we starting a new... What am I going to work on now?
Oh, yeah, what are we working on?
Design work. Should I cast on a cotton t-shirt, work on repeats for the crop textured cardigan, or work on my summer shawl?
Oh, Jude's heading out. Oh, sounds like the perfect friendship gift. Shows you know stuffs about stuffs. I'm gonna go. I need to get checked over after falling off the step stool earlier. Apparently I didn't do more damage than I thought earlier. Try the rest of the WIP Sprints.
Listen, step stools are dangerous. Be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. Great. Do 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 do. Yeah, apparently tomorrow I'm going to learn how to Twitch stream. That's what I'm going to do because I want an excuse to play Stardew Valley. I like that game, and I have enough hours in that game I can talk while I'm doing things in that game. And they did have a big patch update, so there's like a whole bunch of new stuff I haven't experienced yet. So I feel like a fresh farm is just the way, right?
Yeah, I agree.
To a fresh farm. Not my old farm where I'm like, oh, other day I'll just farm and then spend an obscene amount of money on fake books that make my horse go so fast. My horse is fast. Okay, gotta strip for a pillow done. Pillow stripe.
Yeah. Jude says, more mad about the paint roller that broke partway through the room. Oh no. I
would be miffed. I need 1 or 2 more pillow stripes, and I think I'm done my first pillowcase. Guys, I'm literally, once I've sewn these stripes together, I'm just gonna sew it to a already existing pillowcase. Because the quilt has been repurposed into a cat bed. Did I talk about that? I must have talked on the podcast at depth. Ad nauseum. I'm just going to leave this impressively, frighteningly high stack of crochet squares here just to intimidate the snot out of me and maybe actually get some of this garbage. What design project am I? Do we make a decision?
What were the choices?
Summer shawl, cropped textured cardigan, cotton, essentially beach cover up. Technically, that's not what it is. Like, I'm going to wear it over a tank top with my breeze, but you know what I mean. She's breezy. She's not meant to be worn alone.
I vote breezy because I'm hot right now, and so I say breezy.
You know, I have made decisions based on the same parameters, so that works for me. If chat doesn't disagree, that is what I will do. Now, thanks to Xana, who's gone off to have a nap, I have 2 bags of stitch markers. They're full, guys. They're full.
You got all the stitch markers.
I have so many stitch markers, and it is glorious, and I love it. So very much. So grateful. Has chat said anything different? No?
Nope. I think you get to choose whatever you're choosing.
Let's cast on some pink cotton. Why? Because I did the math and now I need to test it out. Because nothing says math like proof of concept.
We're making yarn!
How many stitches did I decide this was?
No, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, wait, no! Ah! Wait, it's still yarn, it's still yarn. We can do this. We have
cozy.
The technology.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Cool. It's always good.
I'm not sure about this at all. Okay, wait.
Ah! Come here, long knitting needle. Don't fall through the hair. Stay there.
Oh, timer! Ha ha ha! Yep, thank you, Liz. I got it. I got so distracted with my spindle.
18 stitches over 4 inches. 4 and change per inch. Quick, where the heck is my calculator? Where's my phone? Calculator. Oh, wait, I plugged my phone in the tower of my computer. Guys, if you could only see the sketchy. Okay. I was listening to the radio this morning. All of the radio programs. It's fine, I follow them. So if we're, what did I say? 8 or 9? I said 18. Interested in that.
Okay, we're doing a park and draft situation. But you know what? It's working.
What I wanted to do. Oh, ha ha ha. Because I'm using the wrong multiplier.
Oh, well, don't do that.
4.5. Ha ha. 4 and a bit. I was right. Times the measurement of the boobies. Ish. Nope. And I know how to type in numbers. We're totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ugh, God, that's a garbagely large amount. How drapey to be? On me. The answer is probably not that drapey because I don't. So I should be making this at my standard size that I'm comfortable in. There will be some drape after finished measurements. Divided by 2, and we're going to take that number and times it by 48. My bust is actually a 52. Don't ask, it works fine. Divided by 2, I like tight-fitted stuff. I have. That is a far more reasonable number side. I mean, it's not when he puts his finger insane, but I don't want it looser, I don't think. Because if I go up another size, need drapey, but then there's no structure at all. I want just a smidge of structure. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Just a smidge, you know? Yes, I'm now actually double-checking my maths with other maths.
Struggle? Struggle? I'm thinking so hard right now.
Are you thinking really hard?
I am, you know?
Divided by 2, because I need 2 squares. Done. So with absolutely no positive inch, 120 stitches per side, but if I want to add in some ease, every 4.5 stitches is an inch. I could put 124 stitches and give it an inch positive ease. That'd be nice. Okay, so I love
flow with this eventually,
Lucy,
right?
Goosey, summer cover, like over tank top, shirt, sweater things.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that they're like 10 centimeter, 10 inches of positive ease. Like,
too much ease.
The boxy look really works if you have a very limited and very specific style of body shape. Not even size, style of body shape. Like if your silhouette fits the right parameters, boxy looks good on you. Boxy does not look good on me. I either look like the State Puff Marshmallow Man.
Oh dear.
Which is not an attractive look. Or I'm making the smallest size so that it like fits me as a semi, which I hate having to do. I also hate lace down around my waistband. Quite frankly, I have a belly. I love cake and pie way too much to bother with exercise. I don't think so. I am at the age where the dad bod is attractive to me. I don't want an uberly fit man. I want a man that looks like he can sit down and have a proper sized plate of lasagna, you know?
I do.
I'm happier with that. I also am finding silver hair quite more attractive. Quite more attractive? That's bad English.
More I don't know when over 40 became just so much more attractive. It just happens one day and you're like, wait, what?
I see young guys now and they're buff and I'm like, oh, you're just so much work. I can't. I want to take a nap. I want someone who understands that I can't have coffee after 2. There's always the reason to have a second slice of cake, and that it's okay for the most exciting thing to do in our day is to take off our socks and our bras and chill on the couch. Like, I don't know when I got to that point, but if I'm not just tickled pink to do nothing, to just do nothing. It's the best part of my day, is the nothing part of my day. When the dishes are done, and I'm just like, I want somebody who like will take the garbage out.
You know, it's the little things.
It's the little things. I really don't care about the other stuff. I just can take the garbage. Can you do that? Just please and thank you. Do I want the dark color at the bottom or the light color at the bottom? I want the dark color at the bottom, don't I? Don't I?
I don't know.
I was like, what do you want? Thanks, Diana. You're so helpful.
Sorry, what are you making and what was the question? I'm
making 2 rectangular panels and I'm going to sew together a semi-fit overshirt that you need a tank top on underneath. There will be a lace panel at the top because I don't need lace around my waist.
Well,
but I'm thinking dark on the bottom, light on the top.
Kind of depends on the effect you want with the lace. Do you want the lace to be high? Do you want the lace high contrast with your skin tone or low contrast with your skin tone?
High contrast. I want dark at the top. Thank you.
Do you want like capital L lace, or do you want just like lace, lowercase lace?
No, I want to be bold and loud as anybody's neighbor. I want to be that person yelling, "Get off my lawn." Roughly estimated. Too much. I don't care. It's fine. On some thin cotton yarn on a 5mm needle. Cage is very loose, guys. Okay, we need 120. This side. Well, I mathed out the cardigan for the cropped textured card. All there is to do is the back panel, and it looks like it's working out great. So once the back panel is made, I will simply half those numbers, and then I have to decide on a neckline. So right now, I'm putting off the decision on what kind of neckline I want. It's either going to be a V-neck or a square neck. And then we're going from there. Because like if I have a square neck, then I got a little bit of I-cord edging I need to do, which a wee bit of I-cord edging ain't going to kill nobody.
I don't know. I don't know about this I-cord edging. Might kill me.
It's not going to kill anybody. It is not going to kill you.
Might kill me. I don't know.
Well, if it kills you, you'll never have to do it.
It's true. It's true.
And then the tricksy part, which is the sleeve construction for me, because I'm messing with the sleeve construction. I love the drop shoulder because it's a very comfortable fit sweater without being complicated, but I hate when the stripes change. Like, unless you're doing a nautical theme, when your horizontal stripes go vertical, or like just when the stripes don't line, it just looks weird, right? To me, again, if it's not a nautical theme. So I puzzled out how to do a slightly weird sleeve construction so that my stripes would. Of course, I need my stripes to match. No reason, guys. The stripes, they did not need to match. They did not need to match.
They needed to match for you, therefore they needed to match.
Overly complicated. And I'm going to write a section where it's like, do you look at these sleeve instructions and think, sweet Jeebus, no. Don't care how your stripes match? Go ahead, cast that on in the round. Do this instead, cast it on the round and enjoy. You do not need to do what I did. I did it the hard way because I like doing things in hard mode. And I prefer this look. It's like right now I can hear my primary tester also going, I'm not doing the flat drop. I'd be going, fair. I can already hear my other primary tester, Diana, going, no. It doesn't matter how the stripes face, Jocelyn. Fair.
You are the designer. You get to decide how your stripes go.
I want my stripe the same stripiness the whole way through, and it's going to aggravate people. I already am going to have to include instructions to lengthen it because I'm only making elbow length for myself. But that's fine. Well, that's fine. Otherwise, I know what I'm doing for that. It's just the neckline. Like, because it's got a textured stripe running up it, right? So, like, do I do a gentle little V neck, or do I do it up and then I do like a nice I-cord edging? Because there's going to be buttons. Do I do a nice little I-cord edging and do like a little square neck? So like a little square neck cardigan opening, you know?
Mm.
Or do I say, oh my God, that's too much thinking. Let's go all the way up to the top. I don't know yet. And I'm putting it off because I don't want to make that decision just yet. I think I need to see more of the back panel when it's finished, because I have my swatch, now I have my back panel that I'm working on, but I've literally done like the pattern repeat twice, so there's not enough of the textured stripe for me to be able to get a vibe from how strong it is. And I did all the math and scaling per size. So there's some sizes that'll have more additional plain knit and purl stitches on the either end of the pattern chunk so that it fits. But I did size it for 32 through 2 or so.
Sorry,
so like I gave it
what?
a good size. 62.
It's a lot of size.
I did a lot of sizes. And because you're not really supposed to have a lot of ease, I did it every 2 inches. I think I did it every So I think I did 32, 34, 36. I think I did it every 2 inches, or I did it every 4 inches. I can't remember what decision I came to in the end. I think it's. I could be wrong. It could be every 4. But I definitely wanted the smaller size, and I definitely, because I really get annoyed when I don't see those patterns. Even though, guys, like 9 times out of 10, it's weird for them not to go up to the 48 I know. Some of the older patterns don't. That's fine. Oh, I really want to. Okay,
I don't know.
we need to make some historical hand-sewn summer dresses, my dear.
I spun some straw into this. It's not what I want. Get out of there.
You didn't want straw in your fiber braid?
No.
No? Okay.
Not in the finished yarn, anyway.
No?
You know? That's not my vibe.
Let's count. How many stitches have I put on the needle?
But look, it's working. It's working.
Oh yeah, you know
I'm
how
doing
to
the
spin.
thing. It's happening. I'm so excited. This is going to be the Oops All Spinning edition. Maybe that's tomorrow's episode title, Oops All Spinning. That's a lie. I did a little bit of work on the crochet lounge pants. Because my hands have not wanted to knit after all of that knitting I did for the octopus sweater. It's like literally anything else. I want to spin, I want to crochet, I want to pick up embroidery, I want to do anything that is not knitting right now. Counting is occurring.
Counting on low contrast is occurring.
Ah. Nope, don't do that. Eventually, I will get good enough at this support spinning that I will make some reels when I'm slightly more competent at this. But that day is not this day.
Oh, I hate the contrast of this.
Struggle. We're all having a struggle right now. Hang on. Park it. Draft it. Fix this slub. De-slub.
De-slub.
Well, that kind of worked. Instead of one big slub, I have 2 smaller slubs. And you know what? I'm gonna take it. I've heard tell that when I get really good at this, I can do long draw and like get in a flow with it. It would also help if I had a bowl instead of just trying to do this on my leg. Oops. But
I'm gonna have to count this as I go because I can't. Like, there's no contrast. No.
Oh dear. Yeah,
I do that all by touch.
Add clippy stitch markers.
Well, I have. I'm at 22. My second set of 50, so I can remember the numbers in my brain. Not cast and then count. I need to count as I cast.
There's so much concentration going on here.
Got yarn going all sorts of ways. My hair is drying, which is really nice. Why? Why did you do that? Guys, remember the number 29 for me.
29.
That would be correct. Will I deal with this yarn tangle? Come here, Estelle Yarns. Quit being such a doink. This is that Estelle cotton acrylic confetti yarn gradient that I've had for a while. Because the initial plan for it went by the wayside, like most of my initial plans do. That's
As you do.
Learning to be okay with the fact that I like things that I'll never. And I just have to be okay with that not happening. My life will go a lot easier. Fine. Learn to accept my style of crafting. And what I'll actually wear. 30.
Yeah, the stuff that's fun to make versus the stuff I'll actually wear is, there's a little bit of a difference there. Like, I enjoy making things with fun colors. Do I wear things with fun colors? Not a lot. I mean, I do because I've made it, and gosh darn, I'm going to wear the thing that I made, but I would never purchase something with the fun colors. And it's not that I don't like the colors, that's not my vibe. Like, I want to spin art yarn, and I have no idea what I'd do with art yarn, because I'm not a wearing art yarn kind of person. It's just not my vibe. It's too whimsical. And I like it aesthetically. It's not my clothing vibe.
All right, I only need 24 more. That's fair. I love to knit big, squishy, oversized cardigans. Do I wear them? No, because I melt to death. Should I be making them? Also no.
But then I get big, squishy, oversized cardigans.
Listen, well, I love adding to your wardrobe.
You would like to add to your own wardrobe?
Yes.
I feel like I should make you
had
something.
Told my retail heart-owned self that I would one day be down to one tall chest of drawers for clothes. I would have looked at you like you were out of your mind.
Come on. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
19, 20. Here we go.
This is such a struggle.
Much better.
I wish I could angle the camera better to show what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I certainly don't know how to film what I'm doing.
Okay.
Us in chat, have you hidden all of your yarn goodies, Diana? No, just the disorganized mess that they are. And besides, I wanted to show off my shawl. I just wanted to hide the mess. Because I've been doing job interviews, and they don't need to see all of that. You know?
No, it's a choice. The way you have your yarn dealt with. Where did I stick the other knitting needle? Nope. Nope, it's just my hair back there. Usually I stick things in my hair. Keep track. I cast it on with one knitting needle. Where'd the other? Oh, I know where the other one went. Ah ha ha. Stuck it under my leg. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is.
That's my line.
Good.
That's my cup.
That is your cup.
It's the cup of coffee I, in fact, just finished. Need a little more twist in there.
I need some new swag mugs. It's time. It's time for more swag mugs in my life. You know how it is. How was the opera? Because also went to the opera today.
Also agrees they don't need to know about all of my yarn silliness. Yes. Oh, so we have 3.5 minutes left, and we're coming up on 3:45 for me. We want to do one more after this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What am I going to work on for my next sprint?
That puts us at our standard 4 or 5?
Something like that. I think this was 4. I wasn't counting. I always lose count after 2 or 3 anyway.
I always switch. I did scarf, tube, blanket, cast on. This is 4.
Yeah, so we can do one more sprint after this.
Yeah. Which might be, the honest reason might be why I change between each one is so that I can count how many sprints we've done. Might be the secret reason. Not so secret reason. Oh, this is always the hardest one to knit, is that cast, like off your cast on edge. That first row is always the hardest for me. You know?
Oh gosh, what's going on? Wind. I went too far.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm learning what the limits are.
Pause.
I might have to do not spinning after this, though. I think my brain is just about shot for being effective at spinning.
Ooh, maybe it's time to pick up those crochet lounge fans.
Might be.
Work on some leg. You need a leg.
It won't be oops all spinning.
You'd split.
I don't know if I have enough brain cells for that. I might need something brainless like the
blanket?
Yeah. Do I want to do the crochet granny square blanket, or do I want to work on the like 6 rows of the jelly roll blanket scarf?
Ooh, jelly roll blanket scarf.
Yeah? Okay.
I was just thinking, and I think I'm going to get up and abandon everybody that's living in bed this week with me. It's my scrappy V. I've made a lot of progress because most of the nights I've been going to bed and just face planting and falling asleep. But I should go get that project. Otherwise, I'll have like 6 things to talk about. I should avoid that. And do some scrappy V work. I should do. What I should do.
Concentration.
Anybody asks, I'm weaving in my ends. I don't want to weave them in later. How's chat doing?
Chat's very quiet. We're apparently all concentrating on our stuff.
It's a thinking round. I don't want to think.
Park it. Draft it. Then out. Don't want you like that.
Also don't want leftovers for dinner, but I'm going to eat leftovers. You know what I mean?
Kind of did leftovers.
It's because I have D&D tonight. It's like I want like a not healthy meal.
And that is
not a healthy meal. Oh, good.
Should have a little more twist to this, otherwise we're going to fall apart.
Just a smidge more.
Just a smidge.
I got a cast on edge, and I'm working on my first knit round. And no, I'm not doing ribbing at the bottom of this. I'm going to do a little.
But there we go.
Baby garter hem.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh, that's spinning I got done.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, I'm kind of pleased with that.
I like it.
I also needed a snack and some water. I should probably find a project to work on. Yes, everybody should find a project. Or, well, everybody should get snacks and water. And, get ready for the last sprint. It's slowly cooling off in this room. It's because I got all my lights on. And the door closed.
That's a lot.
2 on that. 3. And that was 4.
I was gonna get up and go get my Scrappy V. So that's what I want to work on. I mean, it's more roundy knitting. But look, we're casted on.
Excellent, excellent. I'm going to have a nice boring sprint of... I need to reach it. Oh. I can't reach it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Come here.
I'll be back, guys.
Come here. There we go.
I want a burger and fries. I can't do it. Okay, I'm leaving.
See, you can't put those notions in my head. Now I want a burger and fries. So mean, make me think about burger and fries. Really don't need burger and fries. Already did pizza this week. I'm not gonna follow. Well, no, I should follow my own instructions. I should stretch wrists, hands, fingers. Very important.
It's a daily constitutional time. Do a little dance.
Yep.
Yes, I'm still in my pajama pants. I don't care. I don't do that.
Jess, me and Jess both want burger and fries now because of you.
You're welcome.
And Asa is enabling me by saying pizza's a totally different thing.
Pizza is a totally different thing from burger and fries, but pizza if you wanted. I want, because I'm hanging out with the boys tonight for D&D. I mean, it's online. I want McDonald's. I want a greasy, unhealthy burger and fries and much bubbles. I also feel like I want to treat myself because I got up and I worked every day this week on the computer for 6 hours. That's a lot of screen time, and my brain, pants, my eyeballs don't like it. But I did it.
They're 2 totally different categories. Well, the internet says I'm allowed to have burger and fries tonight if I want.
Absolutely. Look at this. Like, just look at how cool this is.
That is very cool. See, this is
Isn't
where...
this just the coolest thing?
Like, aesthetically, I quite like that, but that does not fit my wardrobe whatsoever. So, like, I want to make one because it looks fun, but I'll never wear it.
You know, you could just take a crew-necked t-shirt, like t-shirt sweater that you would wear, and just do it in 2-inch color stripe changing.
Well, it's the colors and the striping.
Well,
and
don't do my colors. Do you colors?
Well, like, obviously I'd do my colors, but like,
yeah.
I just don't know.
With your blue jeans, or you make it longer like a t-shirt dress, like a tunic one, and then you wear it over leggings.
I don't really do the stuff over leggings anymore.
I can't help you. I never did. But this I'll wear with a skirt. Just a nice plain skirt.
I do have, when I was in Vancouver, I got that brown stuff and that green stuff.
That brown stuff and that green stuff?
Yeah, brown stuff and green stuff, yeah.
Is the frightening part.
But like brown stuff and the green stuff, it's the slightly coily, what's the word I'm looking for? But you know what the stuff I meant.
I picked heavily variegated skeins, but there is a sample where she used solid colors. Just solid colored earth tone stripes, which is way more you than me. But absolutely
I could do the green and the brown.
Snot bar, weird variegated stripes is absolutely a Jocelyn thing. Do the brown and the green and the
do the brown and the green.
Which is like way more you. Like don't be crazy colored like me. It doesn't suit you.
But it's the scrappiness, because it looks fun to knit with all the fun scrappy colors is the thing, though.
It is.
Knitting brain wants to knit it. Wearing brain does not want to wear it.
I don't want to wear it. That's fair. What's motivating me is like every 2 inches I get to change colors. Because that's my inch. I could have done every inch. And those also would have been perfectly acceptable stripes. I committed to every 2 inches so that my black yarn, which is this one, can have a narrow stripe randomly. Just to offset it and make it look a little more unique. But you can make the stripes as wide as you want. You can make them whatever colors you want. The idea is just to use up your scrappy collection. I happen to have a lot of wildly variegated colored single skeins.
So do I. That's the thing.
Of sock yarn that I want to put on my body where people can see them. but I'm comfortable with high levels of color.
And that's just not my vibe. It's my knitting vibe. I want to knit it, but I know I won't wear it. This is the problem.
Well, would B wear it?
She does even less color than I do.
Oh, geez, you two. You two are so sad and monotoned.
She's even more all black than I am.
Ugh.
By like a lot.
Color. Life is too short to dress like it's the Great Depression. Put color in your wardrobe. We have not gone to war with the world. We don't need to be khaki, navy, black.
All black looks cool.
All of it is not cool. Is not cool.
He
looks like
cool.
Wednesday Addams, and if you're going for Wednesday Addams look, absolutely do it up. Color.
Wednesday Addams is cool. Color. She had a whole Netflix special.
She did. Color. I think like a medieval knight. I want medieval party dresses. I want my castles to be pink. I mean, some of them were.
We're gonna start the last
fun stuff.
We're gonna start the last sprint. 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Start the last sprint
because we're knitting now.
Yeah.
Also says, I love colors as long as they're black.
Black is not a color, it's a shade, but okay.
You know, you got your boot black and your witch black and your cat black and your night black.
Don't even with me. Don't even. I want to be bright colors, otherwise all you are is colorless blob. No wonder you're depressed all the time. Put color in your wardrobe. I swear, people.
I mean, did you see the fun sweater I was wearing? I have some color.
Yes, you have some dinosaur colors.
It got too warm for the dinosaurs.
It's absolutely too warm for the dinosaurs.
Too warm for the fun colors.
Too warm for your dinosaur sweater. I want to make crop tops this summer for pajama tops and lounging around the apartment in 30+ degree heat days. Because I know they're going to happen. I'm going to feel very comfortable in those. But I'm serious. I have all of that gray DK weight yarn. I am heavily considering just knitting myself a below the knee length DK weight A-line skirt with an elastic waistband.
Do it. Debbie says, you knit all the colors, send it to me and I'll wear it.
I know, colors are so good.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it because like I want to knit the colors, but I don't wear the colors.
Yeah, but you keep buying the colors. That is the problem.
Because I want to knit the colors.
Until you stop buying the colors, I don't believe you.
I know, because I like knitting the colors. I want to craft with the colors.
You could make this for me. You could do a scrappy V for me.
I could. That is also an option.
I have given you many sweaters over the years.
This is true.
It would use up some of your sock yarn. Lord knows we like the same colors.
See where I'm at when I got through some colors for this jelly roll. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, this is jelly the thing. Roll? I don't think I showed it off. Here's my very beginning of the jelly roll blanket that I'm gonna make as a scarf.
Yeah, you should make some progress on that. Looks sad, like it's been neglected. I think it has since the last WIP sprint when you cast it on.
Yes. I had other things to do.
You had a test knit.
I had test knit. I finished that test knit and I photographed it.
Hey, you've got a sweater to fill spots in with now.
I have many WIPs. I do not need new cast-ons.
The choose your own adventure sweater. That's work knitting.
I do need to do that work knitting.
That's work knitting. And you are very quickly getting to the point where all you're going to be able to do on that because you're not doing it in bits and pieces in the background.
I know. Oh, I know.
But you're out of time. The test knit's over. It's my turn. Jocelyn has you now.
Jess says I should check out the group on Ravelry, Will Knit for Yarn. It's people who need things knit and they send you the yarn for the project and they are also paid with other yarn. This sounds like a self-supporting hobby.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Guys, I don't paint my own Warhammer models. Like, I send them out to get painted because I can't see them to paint them. But there are people who love the hobby and love painting. I love playing. It's a great way for both of us to get what we want. Sounds like the friends and family discount if I've got friends who want me to knit things for them. I will, but you have to buy that yarn for whatever project it is I'm making for you. Just buy an equivalent amount of yarn and something that I get to make at a later point when I want to. Then I will do the work and make the thing. And none of my friends who've asked for things have a problem with that because they know how much work I put into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have one friend who messaged me. It's like, crochet or knitted scarf faster? I'm like, Technically, the correct question is which uses more yarn. A basic crochet scarf and a basic garter knit scarf are going to take about the same amount of time.
Crochet grows faster, but I can knit faster than I crochet, so...
In the case, because it's for his wife, I suggested a garter scarf so that it was a bit of a tighter weave given where they live, which is in the same province I live in. And crochet looks amazing, doesn't do really well on winter days. There's a bit too much airflow. On calmer days, it's delightful, but they're winter camping backcountry people. I recommended a nice garter scarf. So you got some airflow, but not too much air.
Also says, sometimes that friend is very patient.
Well, if I ask Diana for it, I have to be patient and understand it may not happen. There's some things I can push her on. Some things I can't. Like the choose your own sweater, there are dates. We agreed to dates many months ago. She will be sticking to those dates because we agreed to those dates.
I did write them down somewhere. I should find that. I wrote down notes.
We make notes all the time.
Yeah, I just need to find which book I put them in. I
need to finish roughing out some sections, but we need to put the math and the numbers in this week.
Oh, Asa says, I was thinking blanket.
Oh, yes, my dear. That's because I have a bunch of blankets. When I go, I should work on Asa's blanket. Asa goes, yes. And then there's this. And then Asa distracts me.
I see. So the excuse is Asa is distracting you from working on Asa's blanket.
Sometimes it's Asa. Sometimes it's me. I need to re-get the measurements for your bed, Asa, because I can't remember where I put those. I also don't remember where I put the link for the sea foam bubbly squares. That was descriptive, wasn't it?
Debbie was saying, I started a DK weight jelly roll blanket. I love all the fun colors. Sounds great. I think I want to do a log cabin blanket.
What's a log cabin blanket?
I think this is what I'm thinking of, but it's the one where you knit a strip and then you miter the corner and then you knit another strip and so you like spiral out in a square with mitered corners. And it's like the jelly roll. You just knit until you run out of yarn, but you knit in a spiral instead of strips.
Weird. I'm gonna look that up.
I think that's the thing. It's either, and I think it's called different things depending on whether you miter the corners or just like knit a rectangle and then pick up the stitches and knit the next rectangle. I can't remember.
I would rather miter a corner than do pickup.
Fair. Also says the links are pinned in our DMs.
Can you have multiple pins in a DM? Because like when I Diana had to show me how.
The 10-stitch blanket. Sorry, I'm thinking of the 10-stitch blanket. That's that one.
It's called the tent stitch or 10?
10 as in 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. That is the one I'm thinking of.
I'm gonna look that up. Also, I get distracted thinking about what I want for supper.
Jess says, I'm out of here. Have a good day, all. Have a good day. We're only going to be here for another 15 or so minutes. So you're not missing too much.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to make $7 magically have McDonald's. I mean, it's not going to happen, but I'm going to keep thinking.
The 10-stitch blanket is the one with the mitered corners, and the log cabin is the one where you have just rectangular sections where you pick up and do the next section. But they both equate to doing a spiral, essentially.
Similar. Yeah. Okay. I will look up both because that sounds like good fun.
So again, that the
I know
Finnish
why I'm
Scandinavian
thinking food.
lady
I'm
that I was watching.
hungry. My stomach just growled at me. No wonder I'm thinking food. And I've had all this light, healthy, protein-rich food. So adult.
Oh, I know. It's
My
terrible.
inner me's offended.
I had wraps with vegetables and hummus last night.
I'm meh about hummus.
Really like hummus.
It's fine, but I'm not that into it.
I
Except
really
for
like
that
garlic.
roasted squash one we had, and I can't find that lady's blog.
Oh yeah, I can see if I can find that. I will see if I can find that when we're done here, because the whole point of WIP Sprints is to stay focused. So I will not get distracted. But remind me when we're done, and I will see if I can
anybody
find
ever
something.
wonders how our work days go, it is just a constant stream of me nattering at Diana and her having probably like 15 tabs when we're done, and like a third of what we were supposed to do finished because I'm constantly distracting her.
I will open a tab.
Constantly distracting
I will open
me.
a tab, but I'm not going to get distracted. Oops.
It's okay. I got up this morning and at some point my computer turned itself off last night. I lost all of my tabs. I had like 10 tabs across 2 pages open. I'm gonna go find all that info again. It's very rare in my life do I regret having security stuff so people can't watch me do things on the internet. This is one of those times where I regret having the secret browser, you can't track my stuff, no cookies stuff up.
Yeah, I'll find it later. Say. Anyway, that's me. This is me not getting distracted. Look at me not getting distraction.
We're very proud of
distraction did it.
Tomorrow I need to learn how to set up and use Streamlabs, set up and do background stuff for Twitch, and I'm going to stream some Stardew Valley. I want an excuse to play more of it. And this seems like the perfect excuse to me.
Also says there's burgers in your near future.
I'll take burgers. I love burgers. I've been really good, like the most unhealthy. I've been pretty good this week, if I think about it. I let Mr. B eat half of my crunchy unagi roll when we got sushi.
Whoa. You shared the crunchy unagi roll?
I shared the crunchy, because he ordered the fish roll. That's not actually what it's called.
That sounds like a lot of fish.
Well, he was really, like, I like the garden. He doesn't really like the garden roll. But he ordered the garden roll for me because I like it. Guys, it's literally a salad in a roll. It's lettuce and a lightly pickled pickle and bell pepper and carrots and it's a salad in a roll.
Hard to argue with that.
Sliced. And I really like it, but it's not for everybody. So I knew he wasn't going to really eat any of that. I do not eat as much sushi as he does. I even at my hungriest, I cannot eat the volume of sushi that man eats. He is barely my size, guys, in height, and he's smaller than me in circumference. And we usually order 2 crunchy unagis because we are notorious for not being able to share those because he eats so fast. Then he sits there and he stares at it because I don't know where he learned to eat. Like, he didn't grow up with like 6 siblings or like in a house where it was like mad chaos, and if you didn't shove food in your face, you wouldn't get any. He grew up in a very respectable, overly educated, middle-class family. They take turns. They say please and thank you. They pass dishes. They ask if anybody wants more before they take seconds. And that's just the standard operating procedure in that household. But I don't know where he got this. I must shovel food in faces.
I don't know. I can't help you.
He just eats so fast. So he always ends up waiting because he'll eat 4 rolls at the same time it takes me to eat 2. I don't know where it goes. I just don't know where it goes.
Just evaporates.
I'm like, by the time I was done having my miso soup, he was already well past his first roll. How did he get that far ahead of me? We had the same size miso. Fine.
I don't know.
Getting edamame beans didn't slow him down. Okay.
Oh, edamame beans. Oh, now I want edamame beans.
I still want burgers. But we ordered a roll that had a deep fried shrimp, tuna, and salmon. So the fish roll.
That's a lot of fish.
In a
Yep.
roll.
Fishy.
In a roll. We were like, is this too fishy? Is it fishy enough? We'd never tried it before, so we got it, right? It's an excellent fish roll. There's not too much, and salmon and tuna are quite strongly flavored.
One fish, two fish,
So like,
red fish, blue fish?
Pretty much. It's a good fish roll. Like, solidly, we would choose to have it again. And not many of our experimental rolls make it to the permanent experimental roll list. Like, not many of them slide over. Because we have some rules. We don't do the spicy sauces because I can't actually have them. They've got corn in them to thicken them. So I literally can't have them. And then we stay away from things with cream cheese because I'm not a fan of cream cheese in my sushi. I'm not really a fan of cream cheese outside of bagels. And even then, sometimes I can, like, if it's just a bagel, I'd rather have it just toasted with butter. Bagel sandwiches need cream cheese, but that's a whole thing. That's fine.
It's like how I don't like chewy stuff except for the pearls in bubble tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not bubble tea without them.
For it. Bingo. You should try it with the coconut jellies. It's good.
I'm not huge on coconut flavor, but I do like it with some of the jellies, yeah.
You need to see if you can find a place that milk coffee jelly. So they make
There's
coffee jellies. There's got to be
one around here. There's so many bubble tea places.
There's so many. Yeah, they make coffee, essentially coffee gelatin squares. And then they
there's got to be something that does that around here.
There's got to be, because they put it in cold cream, like really cold cream milk. Oh my god, it's so good. And the dairy hurts so bad I don't care. So bad I don't care. If I'm lucky, I can find one with like the coconut cream. But oh, it's so good. Oh, so expensive. I need to learn to make my own coffees, but
I've got 4 bubble tea places within walking distance. I gotta go examine
things. You gotta go
experiment.
Yeah.
Making me want sushi now, and I can't have sushi.
Well, that's because your husband and get along.
Yes, he's.
What you do is you need to find like Koya out there, because like we can take him to Akoya here, because he's got Korean food options at that place, which he can totally have. And well, because we take your husband to Akoya sometimes. And the three of us order sushi, and he gets Korean, because they've got a good Korean menu too. Yeah. But no, we couldn't think of anything for dinner. I was definitely doing it. I didn't want greasy food at that point. Like now, and I want greasy food, but I didn't want anything heavy, so we ordered some sushi. It was still an obscene amount of sushi, but it went well with our dungeon crawl with Tiny Epic Dungeon, which we lost that cooperative game. We need to play that again. It bothers me. We generally don't lose cooperative games. Something went funky. I need to figure.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
I finally got around to trying. Liz is heading off. Happy knitting and crafting.
Bye.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Oh, and also says, I had bubble coffee in Sweden. As you bit into the bubble, you get a pop of coffee in your mouth. Interesting.
I would totally try that.
That
would be
fun.
So cool.
Forget what I was saying. Oh, Tiny Epic Mechs. We finally tried that the other day.
Good. Did you like it?
It's very involved. I made the mistake of trying to figure it out while my parents were here. They were not the right crowd for that game. That's on me.
They're not the right
crowd for that. I didn't realize it was so rule heavy. So we didn't actually get all the way through, but I think I get it. I think I get it, and it's like it's like a smaller but barely lighter version of. Do you remember GKR with the giant killer robots that have the big models?
But with the thingies, because I could see the model.
Yeah. It's that, but Tiny Epic.
Well, yeah, but that's what Tiny Epic games are. They're the big monster box games that we love.
But tiny.
The games aren't less dense. They just have smaller bits.
And ideally fewer of them, but this one's got rules.
Listen, he still has Tiny Epic Vikings and Tiny Epic Pirates, which we've not played.
Oh my goodness. We'll get on that.
Yeah. Well, he also saw a delightfully, awfully written one-shot that I feel like him, me, and Adam need to play. Because it's called Goblins with Fat Posteriors. They use the shorter word. And one of your skill checks is how fat is your posterior, and that lets you do extra things. bad as it sounds. It's as bad as it sounds.
What is the goal? What is the problem that the goblins with large posteriors?
You're trying to steal a thing.
Okay.
It's a one-shot heist.
A one-shot heist, and having a large posterior
can hinder or help depending on the situation. And you're all goblins with fat. The word I'm not saying is the word you think it is.
Okay.
I was reading some of the rules. I'm like, this is awfully written. He's like, oh, I know, this is tragic. I'm like, but one shot. He's like, you wanna be a goblin with a fat. I'm like, oh, do I ever? This needs to happen with the right. But I think we need to wait for Adam's brother to be free to play too, because the four of us together, it's already like we're all 14 and telling fart jokes for days.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
That's the right crowd.
Yeah.
Or like you, me, and Mr. B, because that's the right level of childish humor. Like, don't think your husband would enjoy it quite so much, because there's no point, and it's got as much strategy as Galaxy Trucker. Like, just do the ridiculous thing.
The ridiculous thing happens, and then random stuff happens, and it's hilarious.
It's not his kind of games. He likes strategy games better, which it's totally fine. I enjoy a good strategy game from time to time. It's just sometimes I want to be a goblin.
Okay.
Tickle are very rarely safe for work. Very rarely safe for work. So good. Oh my god! So apparently you're supposed to do the. I'm gonna restart the game. Flip Witch in normal mode. So apparently you go find the peach, and then you take the peach back to your mentor, and that's how you flip genders. That's what Mr. B says, which we missed. And he does confirm that the Lucky Charms is the collection that I think it is.
Okay.
I really can't talk about it, guys. Like that can't. YouTube will kick the video off. It's not appropriate. That video game belongs on OnlyFans. Does that help you?
If you
a paywall and proof of 18 years of age, that's what that video game requires.
We were talking about the game Flip Witch, which is on Steam if you are brave enough to go look it up. Be warned, it's R-rated.
Oh, guys, and for a reason. For a reason.
Explicit.
For a reason. Please do that with a grain of salt. Please do that with a grain of salt. And realize that while I don't have any images of Diana's face, the people who are on Patreon at $20 or $20 a month, who are the Blanket of Doom level people, get the After Dark gaming, so they will get Diana's voice watching me play this game.
It's quite something.
And it's gaming after dark, so like I swear we do things that aren't really appropriate in game. Like we are large raging pains in the butt in video games, and sometimes we play games that aren't really appropriate for mainstream stuff. Mostly it's because I like to be able to just speak like the sailor that I am. I put a fair dues warning at the start because it is explicit enough that I'm like, okay, this could legit offend people. Like, please
I'm adding a warning on top of your warning at the front of that one.
Yeah, just please be aware that there are some themes.
It's not shy about its themes. Offensive.
I found it hilarious. I found it so hilarious I'm still playing it. But I am aware it could be offensive to some. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, Mr. B offered to help me play and get past the goblin space for it. And I was like, listen, I'm going to put it on regular mode. And if I'm still struggling with it, then yes, the next time you're over, you're going to get me back to the forest. I'm tired of that one particular death scene. I need a new death scene.
It's the squishy sounds.
It's the squishy sounds.
It's the squishy sounds.
Things that different Patreon tiers get to. Oh, how's the mug coming for the first swag?
We're at the end of May, so obviously it's not coming from May, but June?
I need a new mug.
Okay.
I like how we do deadlines. I need a new mug. Did we decide what saying we wanted to do for the first month? So a Patreon tier level, which one did we decide to put that at? The $10 one?
The $10 one.
There isn't a lot there because obviously as the community grows, Patreon will grow, right? This is where as we figure out what works best. Like I've taken over experimental Tuesdays. They're not every Tuesday, but they're as consistent as I can make them. I'm trying to do more.
This is asking when's the membership up? The membership's up when YouTube gosh darn verifies things.
You have to wait 3 to 5 business days after you hit.
I pressed the buttons, now I'm waiting.
And if they like your information you send back, they do it. And if they don't, you do it again.
Uh-huh.
God, YouTube memberships. So we're doing that. But what we want to do at the $10 level is we wanted to, because we always have swag ideas and like inside jokes. And Diana.
Oh, I think we were maybe going to do the Fifi Club.
Oh, I like the Fifi Club. And we want to be able to offer to the people at $10 level. And Diana was like, we were talking about it, and she's like, I have a house, which is true. She rents a house. I rent an apartment. I do not have space to hold on to a small stock of items to be if you're at that $10 tier, when we do a new thing, you can get the new piece of swag if you want, right? Like I don't, because I don't have space to store extra toilet paper in here. I do not have the space to store merch in here at all. Diana's like, she's got space, so she's going to.
I got a little space.
So I'm going to do some merch things for people. So we could do like pin inside joke mugs and some things that might not appeal to the larger group. You can still buy them if you're not at the $10 level. $10 level can just get one. Does that make sense? Minus shipping, because
sorry.
Shipping.
Sorry guys, we can't cover the shipping too. It's just it's not possible.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Which is fine. But yeah, I think hashtag Fifi Club. I need them. Obviously, I want a Jocelyn sized Fifi mug.
Obviously, they will come in Diana and Jocelyn sizes.
As they should. So just lets us play around and do some things. Like at some point I think pajamas. I really want pajamas. I know they're going to be expensive and kind of ridiculous because we should ethically source that stuff, but at some point
pajamas
I'd like to do
pajamas. Be expensive.
They are. And I don't think I care. And I mean, it's not like we'll ever sell any. That's fine. But
we can dream.
We can dream. I also just think it would be fun, like, if you come to the Fiber Festival, or if I ever actually Ontario, like say Knit City Montreal next year, we're both like, we get a hotel room and we're both there and we have matching pajamas in our hotel room.
That would be so absurd.
It'd be so ridiculous, but it would be fun.
All over
I'm
pattern
full of
joggers.
ideas. It's the follow through. For me, I run out of day, guys. I run out of day. I need to go find those pin things for the blanket for Elsa, because we're actually at the point of the year where I need to start the squares. So far, the heat's held off, and I've enjoyed that the heat's held off.
It finally stopped raining over here. It's been raining all day.
Well, we rained the last couple of days. Like, what? Millimeters? How do we measure rain? And
millimeters.
50 to 60 of millimeters over the last couple of days.
Stopped raining. Oh, we're just going to continue being like around 20.
Okay, enjoy that. That's nice.
I will enjoy that because we had summer this week.
Tablespoon of instant coffee, 2 teaspoons of sugar, fill it up with milk, or like not fully full, but like mostly full. Put the lid on, shake the snot out of it. It's instant coffee milk. Because coffee milk's a bit sweet than regular coffee. And it isn't the cream, it is actually sweeter. The cream is different sweet. So you need that kick of sugar. So I was trying to find the sugar.
Oh, because cold
and it works out
milk
to be
is
like,
not as sweet as hot milk.
Milk is no.
Also, if you're using plant milk, it's just not as sweet.
Plant milk is less sweet than regular milk. But two scoops of sugar to 1 scoop of coffee, and then you fill up your jar with the lid, with a little lid that you can shake. Shake the ever-loving snot out of it.
So it says we got 7 drops of rain today, but next week will be more rain and lower temperatures. Yay,
7
spring.
drops of rain.
7 drops of rain.
Listen, you need rain. You need rain. We need rain. We need rain. Now, I mean, admittedly, when my mom heard on the news, we could potentially get over a 4 period, meters, which is it's a lot, guys. Like, that's a lot of rain.
Sorry, how many
She
millimeters?
calls me 50 to 60.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't think we got that much. We definitely steadily have been raining the last couple. We haven't had any like deluges, at least here on the. We just had a steady, constant, light, medium rare rain.
Medium rare?
Medium rare rain. Medium rain. But my mom did call me, as moms do, to check to make sure my flashlights had battery, my electronic devices were charged, and that I knew where my stuff was. And I said, since I literally, right behind the mannequin is a closet door, literally reorganized that 2 weeks ago, I know exactly where all of my candles are right now.
I need new candles.
Just did that.
I have very few candles left.
Right?
I'm actually gonna have to go buy some candles.
I bought a bunch of the electronic tea lights.
I have some of those.
So it's not flame. Just to identify certain.
I have actual tea lights, and I have some scented candles, but I'm actually like out. And I'm using my last scented candle right now.
I charged my thingy, my selfie light on my camera
for
my phone. Yeah, my little ring light, not to have as a ring light for my. Clip my phone to my tripod and turn it on and have a light to work under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like I did the thing. I didn't need it. We're fine, but yeah, I know where my flashlights are. I know where I know where all that. It's all up to date and checked. I check it all the time. It's important. But the little fake flame tea lights are perfect to just identify doorways and corners of things, right?
Yeah.
We're done. We did WIP Sprints.
We did sprints.
God, it's the end of the month.
No. Jeez. I'm going to go be not in this room for a while. And see if I can convince Mr. Diana that we need burgers for dinner.
I feel like you have a good chance, Miles. Some convincing techniques. You may offer snuggles in exchange. I feel like that might do the trick.
I've been...
He does like your cuddles.
We'll do something like, oh, can I persuade you into some coffee or whatever? And we'll literally just be like, persuade. Oh, I'm persuaded.
Oh yeah. No, guys, they are that adorable. It is distressing to witness them in public. It's fine. Mind you, if the 4 of us go out walking anywhere, me and Diana date because brothers are ahead of us, but they will also randomly break into dancing going downstairs. So
we're just a herd of chickens.
We're all adorable in our own way. But we get to where we're going. That's the important.
Eventually, yeah, we get there.
Yeah, we get there. It's fine. But yes, no, you two tend to have a very balanced approach to things. So I wish you luck on your persuasion roll. I feel like you have an advantage, so you should be fine.
I should play more Baldur's Gate tonight, too.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I need you to read the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yes, that's on the list.
I love you, but if you didn't go to the Yarn Festival, you have to do that.
Well, it's an outdoor festival, and it was raining. And it was going to be 90 minutes of driving for 90 minutes of festival. So, festival did not happen. So, yes, I can go read the patterns.
I should message Ginger Snap and see if when she drives through Winnipeg, on if that tartan might accidentally be a trailer.
So some of it might just accidentally
accidentally finds me.
Yeah, yes, also I did not go to the Fiber Festival. It was too much driving.
She wasn't going to go, guys. The moment she was like, well, it might rain. The moment she goes, well,
it was a lot of rain. And it was a lot of driving for not very much festival.
She wasn't going to go. I knew she wasn't going to go. If it's in the morning, the odds are best 30%.
Well, because it didn't start till 9:30, and I would have had to leave by 11 to come back to do this. So, and it's 45-minute drive on either end. It just didn't seem worth it. Even if it had been a nice day, it just didn't seem worth it.
Oh, goodness. All right. Would you like me to do you an outro?
Sure. Yeah, it's awesome. Excuses.
Guys, until we see you on Wednesday, tomorrow to record?
I believe we're recording tomorrow, unless anything's going on that we're not.
Not that I'm aware of.
Great.
I'm gonna say no matter where. Don't forget to knit.
Discord's cutting you off, so yes, don't forget to knit. Bye!
Bye, guys.